Hello, everybody! Welcome to a belated 4,000 subscribers live stream. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm SmurfyDan, formerly called Dan5589, Buster Steamroller, Neville Fan, you name it. So I was going to host a live stream last weekend, but due to the fact I was tired and I was still ill at the time, but now I'm getting better, so better late than never, I suppose. But without further ado, let's introduce these guys here. Getting better. Yep, the one you see here is Santara, the one who's the guy responsible for his Gauge 1 Henry project. You can follow him on Twitter as well for updates. He has a YouTube channel as well. Now, can you tell us a little more about your YouTube channel and Gauge 1 Henry project, man?
Yeah, I can. Well, I started it 2 years ago. God, wasn't it? Started 2 years ago when one of the other Gauge 1 modelers known as Diesel 10 TV started making his Gordon.
Oh, and coincidence.
He sorry, I was getting on to the fact. He helped me to identify what the original chassis was used to make Henry, because I've actually wanted to make Henry for probably more than 10 years, but I'd never thought I'd be able to make the wheels to the chassis, because I didn't realize back then that they used pre-built models for the chassis and then they just built the shells on top. So I just kept putting this project off for years, and then Diesel 10 TV helped me to find the right market loco to buy and get the chassis, and I got a quite good deal on that. And then after a while, I just started the process of taking what I needed off the body and converting the chassis into what it is now, where it's in terms of the metalwork, it's all done for Henry, but now it's just waiting for paint and the body to be made.
That's interesting to note, Sam. Now, guys, please follow Santara for more updates on his Gauge 1 Henry project on his YouTube channel and Twitter. Now, moving on to this guy here, is Far Cry Road Productions, aka Soul. If you care to
actually, I have more original YouTube names.
okay.
There's Tank Engine Productions 1, The Blue K2, LNER Productions 4, The Green 5, The Scarlet Railway, Tanklin Railway, Little West Productions, nice. You name it.
Anything you do at
Well, I did 8 parody clips of Chowder. If you don't know if you don't know what Chowder is, it's a TV show from Cartoon Network.
I've heard about it, even though I was into Gumball. You know, The Amazing Web of Gumball. That was a good show too.
I also did a full-length parody as well. It's from the episode Hands on a Big Mixer.
Sounds interesting, yeah. Yeah. Next, we have Mr. Merlin Fan 02, aka Callum.
Hello, YouTube.
And next is our lovely Liz Productions 5784.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing just fine.
Okay. What are you doing at the moment in terms of projects?
No, not doing any projects right now. Like now, I'm in this stream with you.
Okay. Isn't it for an hour? Also? I mean, you did tell us that you have something to do after that.
It's just personal stuff.
Okay, that's fair. And last but not least for now, we have Adam. Adam's Key. Say hello to our viewers, Adam. Adam, are you quiet?
I think something is wrong. I don't know what's wrong.
Gotta make a drink.
Hello, Katie. Hello, Liam. Hello, the Tommy Gordon. Hello, Scott. Hello, everybody. Oh, and hello, Christopher O'Shea. O'Shea? How have you pronounced your name right? Anyways, everyone, enough of the introduction. It's time for the Q&A.
Yeah.
Q&A. Now, if you have any questions for me or Santara, the one who has a Gauge 1 Henry project at the moment, or Adam, or even Liz, please ask away. Thank you. Christopher, sorry. I meant O'Shea. O'Shea. Sorry. Oh, thank you, thank you, Melissa. In fact, in case you guys didn't notice about the change of my YouTube profile, this is the Smurf OC of myself. Obviously, I'm holding the Union Jack mug. Hello, Great Western Studios. See ya. Yeah, the Smurf OC of me was done by a friend who goes by the name of Ashley, aka Kiss the Iconist on DeviantArt. She did a fantastic job on the OC character of me. I like that, so I felt the right time to change the one of Clumsy Smurf with the title of my YouTube channel to this one with me. Smurfy, ain't it? Anyways, Jonathan, hello. We're all doing well. Well, mostly me. I had a nice walk with my father and my mother and 2 dogs. And yeah, yes, Scott. I'll try and invite you to the stream. I'll try and add you in for a bit. So please bear with us. Hang on.
Scott who?
Starbuck Productions.
Oh, I thought you said Scott.
Yes, I did say Scott. No, it's all right. Oh, by the way, you got a question from Melissa Liz. How many live streams did you do?
I've lost count. If you want to know how many, I have 2 separate playlists on my channel.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but I kind of lost count.
Oh, right now I did 5. This is the 5th one I'm hosting right now. FAB, says Scott. Oh, you're back, Adam. Doing all right? Oh, Liz, you got another question. This time from Gaston Andres Guzman, who says, can you do Kyler and Shorkestra from JKA HF Shorts auditions?
Idea what you are talking about. I have no idea what he's talking about. Sorry.
I think he's referring to Kyler and Shorkestra from JKA HF Shorts.
Yeah, but I don't know what JKAF short is. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about it.
Me neither.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was on the same road, actually. That said, Scott, I will be with you shortly. They're trying to add you to the Hangouts. Just a couple of seconds. And... almost there. No, that's not it.
He says it's a John Kyle Enterprises show. I still don't know what that is. Sorry.
Oh, I never heard about it either. Sorry.
Sorry, I don't know it.
Okay. Melissa has a question to everyone. What's your favorite color?
Red, I think. Red, I guess.
Liz first. What's your favorite color?
Take a wild guess.
Don't tell me. Purple? Is it purple?
No, I didn't know.
My favorite
Purple's
color
not my
is
favorite
purple.
color.
Did I guess it right? Is it purple?
No.
No, but my favorite color's purple.
For
Purple,
me,
as in the color that's suitable for weirdos. I mean,
Okay.
Ryan.
Ryan, eh?
Oh, is that why you think my favorite color is purple? Because I like Ryan? Ryan?
Yeah.
No. My favorite color.
All right. So your favorite color is blue?
Blue, mostly.
Oh, sky blue. That's a good choice. I like sky
Yep.
blue and Smurf blue and water blue, so on and so forth. I like different types of blue.
And hat blue.
Yeah. Hat blue.
You know the color that was established in season 11.
Oh, yeah, I get it. Thomas and the Runaway Car.
That's right.
Yep. Yeah, I'm still trying to work things out for Scott. No, I'm adding him into the stream shortly. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I think I found a way. I will be getting back to your questions, people. But first, I may be adding in some few people to see if they like to join in. Like Flute Gal or T55 Productions. Hopefully.
If I did the screen share, would it stay on the screen all the time, or only if people, or only if like you clicked on my name?
It depends on how long you like to keep it on for. Maybe a few minutes or so. I wouldn't mind.
Yeah.
Ah, there. Found you.
I'll just be editing a picture that might be interesting to people. You can like back and forth to it if you want.
Okay, Scott, all sorted. I've added you into the Hangouts. So you should see the link right now.
I saw that Narrow Gauge was in the chat. Hi, Narrow Gauge.
Hello. Hello there.
Wait, there's a question. Soul, how many arms does a squid have? Well, 10, obviously. But if you meant Squidward, then 6.
Oh, yes. Henry and Percy here. Hello, Scott.
Hi, Daniel. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Scott.
Hello.
Hey,
I was
that picture of Henry and Percy. That's from that picture of Henry and Percy. That's from a scarf for Percy. I've got it on the buzz book.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Or
This
Percy
is a guy who's responsible for the H1 Henry project, Scott.
Oh. Congratulations on 4,000 subscribers.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, Adam just went.
Oh, sorry.
You know, other than
Stop
doing
saying
my
that,
parody clips,
It's not saying, Daniel. Congratulations on 4,000 subscribers, buddy.
I've done my impression of Alec Baldwin's Gordon voice, and I posted it on
I
YouTube.
remember you did my impression of Alec Baldwin. Okay.
I posted it on my channel.
That's
Hey,
nice.
Dan.
Yep. What is it?
I'm looking through the comments, and I think Jonathan wants to join.
Don't worry, I'll get to him shortly. Don't worry.
Okay.
I'm going. Do you know I'm going? You know, I usually go to a date with Thomas event once a bank holiday. Well, for once, I'm going not just Monday, but tomorrow as well.
Oh yes, with your kids and Russ on separate days.
Well,
Dylan
with my wife and
subscribe
kids tomorrow, yes, and Monday with Ross, yes. Ross is Crane Productions 27, by the way, everyone.
Oh yes. Hello.
Anyway,
Thanks, Scott. As I was saying, Santera is a guy responsible for a Gauge 1 Henry project, if you haven't followed his Twitter or YouTube channel.
Oh, yeah.
Santera, this is
Yeah.
Starbuck Productions, aka Scott.
How's
Hi.
it going?
Hi, sorry, I keep getting infinity screen every time I go back to Hangouts.
No, it's fine. We can see what you're doing.
Yeah, I thought
It's okay.
I thought people might be interested to see some parts of my my references that I've been using for Henry. So what I just thought might be interesting for people to look at every now and again is
rubbish, Percy.
Some of
Engines
the
don't have.
this is
Engines and funnels do.
one of the posters that came in the magazines of the early 2000s. They had tons of really nice prints of really high quality pictures taken in like series 3 to 5. They had loads of pictures taken, and they often put them in as posters in magazines. I'm just trying to join these up because obviously this had to be scanned in 2 parts.
Yeah. Hello, Adam.
Hi, is my microphone quality better?
Yes.
Yeah, that's much better.
Now
We
it
can hear
is.
you loud and clear.
Thank
Yep,
goodness for
we
that.
can hear you now. You're okay.
Thank goodness for that.
How you doing, Adam?
Yeah.
Fine, thank you, Scott.
That said,
I'll change rooms in a minute.
how are you doing today, Adam?
I'll tell you later on because I got to change rooms soon.
Right. All right.
I'm not far from 8,000 subscribers.
Oh, congrats.
Not far now, just less than 100 away.
I mean, I'm nearly getting 8K subscribers.
Strange though, isn't it? When you get lots of good videos and good projects and people get interested, they subscribe, and every time I look, it gets higher and higher each day.
Oh, yes.
I've just recently passed.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Jonathan, how you doing, mate?
Hey, Jonathan.
Fine.
Oh, hi, Jonathan.
Hello, Sol.
Okay, don't worry. I'm getting back to your questions, guys. To Thomas Katie, favorite Thunderbird character. Well, they're all unique characters, but for me, it had to be Virgil.
There's so many, but I've got two. Well, I like them all, but my 2 top favorite characters are Scott Tracy and Parker.
I haven't watched Thunderbirds, so I don't really have a favorite character.
You like every character. Tracy Brothers, yeah. And now
I like Virgil as well, but my top favorite is Scott Tracy, and I do enjoy Parker as a character because he's very funny.
Bobby is. Liz. Barge the Engine Bird says, is Lady your favorite character?
She's, yeah.
Okay. Now getting to Melissa's question. To me, do I know the episode Saint Smurf and the Dragon from a show The Smurfs? Yes, I've seen it on DVD. Yeah, it's about the Smurfs looking after the dragon. I thought it was a nice episode. It's been a long time since I saw that one, to be honest. And Liz, Gaston asked the question is, are you make Liz clones Emily, Liz? Oh dear.
I don't know what he's.
Me neither. Sorry.
I saw that question and I didn't want to answer it.
Yeah.
But you brought it up anyways.
Yeah. Even I didn't understand what he's on about. Sorry.
Does anyone have any questions for me?
Or me?
Or me?
Oh, look, there's
Or
one.
me.
Well, for any of us, really.
Yeah.
Who do you wish to return?
Who do you wish to return? I was thinking Terrence or Boko. What about you guys?
None
Terrence
of them.
is already back.
Yeah, Terrence did return.
I mean, whoops.
None of them.
Terrence already back. Excuse me.
None of them. To be
Yeah,
blunt.
Terrence is already
Well,
back.
it'd be great for Boko to return because he hasn't been seen since season 5.
Yeah, Boko.
He's a very good
For obvious
character.
reasons,
Guys,
I'd like Boko to come back.
Hey guys,
then
you
again.
do know. Hey guys, you do know about Mattel's control of the show. None of the characters are coming back. They've mentioned are coming back.
Oh, Christopher O'Shea saying to Jonathan, nice guy. Say what?
What?
Are you trying to say hello to him, Christopher? Oh, by the way, Scott, you got a question from Alicia. Do you know Big Mickey from Tugs?
Yes, I do. I know they used the crane for Thomas as well, and he had a face on their season 21 with new crane on the dock. So yeah, I know about.
My
Big
dad
Mickey
never
from
liked
Tugs.
Big Mickey.
I felt it was a surprise to see a Tugs character that without a face now gains a face in Series 21 after Soul.
My dad never liked Big Mickey. I mean, the reason why he never liked him is because, well, he didn't like how he just came out of nowhere.
Okay, that's fair. That's fine. It's your perspectives. Yes, we all have different opinions, eh?
You know.
Yeah.
Chris was just saying I'm a nice guy.
Ross though, my best mate, he did a little parody, well, sort of a sketch, YouTube poop sort of thing with you probably must have seen that one, Daniel. It's with it's like Big Mickey, but as Eddie from Bottom with the voice.
Oh, you mean the guy who later become Captain Peavy in Star Wars: The Last Jedi?
No. Ross did a mixed video between Thomas and Bottom, right? Using Big Mickey as the Thomas character, but using the Eddie voice, Adrian Edmondson's Eddie voice.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah,
yes.
I actually enjoyed seeing that one because when he did that, I cracked up from start to finish, and it was really good. I thought that was one of the funniest videos he's ever done.
What? All right. Do I hate Shed 17? Oh, no. I had yet to see the entirety of Shed 17, but I'd like to see it myself one day.
I'm never seeing that.
Nah, I'm not into this kind of, you know what I mean, like this dark stuff.
What is that? I've heard about it, but I don't know. I have no clue what it is.
Shed 17 is some gory 18 rated Thomas fan project that people praised for some reason.
Sure.
Oh yes, looks like you got a question from Alicia, Jonathan. Do you like Tugs? You like Tugs?
Yeah, I remember Tugs. I used to have an annual of Tugs, and I've seen.
So did I. It was quite good.
Yeah, and I've seen some episodes of Tugs on YouTube.
There'll be a voiceover tryout of Tugs. There'll be a voiceover tryout video of Tugs coming soon.
Liam wants to join in, so I might give him a link shortly. Hang on. Be right back. Here we are, Liam.
As I was saying, me and Ross, I went round his last week, or was it the other day? I can't remember. No, it was the other day.
Yeah.
I went round his, and I was voicing one of his episodes for his miniseries, and we wanted to do a Tugs voiceover trial for quite a bit. We forgot to do it, so we did a scene from Jinx.
Okay.
We're doing 10 Cents and Sunshine.
Since you two are best friends, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah, for over 17 years. Yeah.
Oh, looks like me and Tugger got a shout out from Shunting Yard Studios, who said, "It's amazing how you and Tugger both reached 4,000 subscribers. Great job to both of you."
Wow.
Tugger,
Wait,
if you're
reached 4,000 subscribers too?
Hello, Liam.
Hello, Liam.
Tugger, if you're watching this, you're very welcome. You deserve the shout out too. Congrats on already gaining 4,000 subscribers as well, man. Your music is great.
Wait, Tug still had 4,000 subscribers too?
Yes. You already did.
Well, I'm nearly on 8, which is shocking.
Hello.
Said hello, Liam.
Hi, Liam.
Hey, guys.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
How are you doing today, Liam?
Yeah, I'm all right. Oh, yeah, congrats, Dan.
Thank you, Liam.
You're welcome.
Yep.
Oh yeah, we the family and I we
See,
did
Liam,
enjoy going to
this
Drayton
is a
Manor
guy
last
here
week.
who's responsible for the H1 Henry. I know I said it already, but just in case those of you who hadn't seen this guy yet.
I was going to say that the family and I enjoyed going to Drayton Manor last week. We really had a great time. My son Connor, he really enjoyed Thomas Land a lot. He just kept going on. He wanted to go on some of the rides more than once.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. How was your trip to Drayton Manor, Scott?
That's what I was talking about. Yeah, we really enjoyed it. It was really good. I enjoyed it as well, but my son Connor, he enjoyed it most of all because he liked going on Winston, he liked going on Harold, he enjoyed going on Thomas and Rosie. But my favourite has to be the exhibition.
Ah, that's good.
I loved it. Kept filming non-stop. You should ask my wife. If we had to she just said we were like being big kids. Like when you film something, it's like you're being a kid, isn't it? But when you come back, when you finish a trip and you're going home, it's like you're back to normal. If you know what I mean.
Correction, Christopher. Scott has 2 sons.
Yeah, I'm talking about. Yeah, I was talking about my oldest Connor because he's 4.
On the earliest Thomas project I remember making. Well, I remember that as far as early 2006. That's when I was started to make Thomas Reader, starting with Bad Day at Castle Rock. That was the first real Thomas Reader project I've made. The Track Frost was the earliest one with some assistance from Blue Pioneer back in Christmas 2005.
Oh, nearly 13 years ago. Wow.
To everyone from Malaysia, have everyone heard about what happened at Drayton Manor last year? Are you referring to that child falls off the water ride?
I think that might be what it is.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Wait,
No,
what?
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I did, unfortunately. I've read the news about it. I do remember that some fans were just annoyed and go on complaining about the Thomas models, the state of the models at the exhibition instead.
Oh boy.
Some of them becoming dicks, whom I wouldn't be calling out for a long time.
Oh, what a ride that was. Ugh.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to Thomas Land this summer.
Oh, that's very good. You're going
to Thomas Land in the summer holidays.
Well, that's nice. Well, the family and I are going again near Christmas.
I'm also going to the Thomas Land in Japan too.
Oh yeah, that's good.
You're lucky.
I was thinking of going to. So.
I hear that it's their 20th anniversary.
Oh, that's nice. Actually, it's a 10th anniversary since the Thomas Land in Drayton Manor opened in 2008.
No, not the English one, the Japanese one.
Oh yeah, I get it now. Yeah. Now you mean at Fuji Q Highlands theme park?
Yeah, that one. I'm going there as well as the Drayton Manor one.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Lucky.
Sorry about it. The hangouts are on my end glitching a little. But anyway, Scott, you got a question from Shunting Yard Studios.
Okay.
What was your favorite My Mini-Series episode as Thomas? I say all of them. Because he's referring to Crane Productions.
I can actually answer that one for you. It's the season 1 finale. Who done it?
Oh, look, there's a question from Cranes and Tugs. Tugs or Theodore Tugboat? Well, we know the answer.
Tugs.
Yeah, Tugs.
As I'll say, the answer to my question, what was my favourite mini-series episode as my voice of Thomas? I like the Who Done It episode. No, it wasn't. No, hang on a second. No, that was a 2-part. It was a season 1 finale. I can't remember what the title was.
2 or series 3. That might be series 3, but I'd be wrong. Oh wait, it is actually.
Yeah, it was a season. Yeah, it was, but it was the season 1 episode the last one when it came to the engines saying like who's in charge, things like that. And Daniel, you probably know this one. You were Arthur on that one. And the last bit is when Thomas tries to get away with it and Arthur was chasing him. That was
no, you don't, Thomas. Come
that's the one. Yes. That is my favourite one because it has to be a great episode. Me and Ross also did an audio commentary on that one too.
I remember you noticed that. I thought I did some little Wallace impression that I did.
Wallace told you that himself.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about Wallace and Gromit. He did.
Yeah. Get to ask myself where you got that from.
Yeah. I never knew I did that little Wallace take on the
Yeah, but when me and Ross heard the line, I said to myself, we agreed that was really good, and we thought we'd keep that on there when we both made the episode.
Yeah, that's been a long time since I've recorded that one, actually.
Good job to you, Scott. Good job to you, Scott.
Thanks. I still can't remember the episode title, though. I think I know how I can remember.
Blame it on the engines.
That's the one. Blame it on the engines. That's the episode. Who? Thank you for that. Yeah, that's the one.
I said it.
Yes, thank you, Liam. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's the one. Blame it on the engines. That is my most favourite episode of Ross's mini series as Thomas.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Anyways, now on to the next question from Jaime Boy 1995, who says, "What is everyone's favorite Wallace and Gromit film?" I like
The Wrong Trousers.
Let me go first, please. I like all of them, but my obvious favorite was The Wrong Trousers. Either that or
my favorite.
Well, I like them all, but I also love the movie Curse of the Were-Rabbit. That's quite hilarious.
I like Curse of the Were-Rabbit, The Wrong Trousers, and The Close Shave.
I love A Grand Day Out.
Yeah, they're all good films, really.
On Grand
Especially
Day
The
Out,
Matter of Loaf and Death.
On Grand Day Out, their Red Rocket, right? It kind of reminds me of Thunderbird 3 a little bit, with those three.
Milicia asked the question to you, Liam. How are you doing?
Does remind me of Thunderbird 3.
Oh, I'm fine, Melissa. Thanks for asking.
How are you, Liam?
Yeah, I'm doing good today. Carry on, whoever was talking.
That was me,
oh
sorry.
dear, looks like I'm having connection difficulties.
What? Sorry?
How are you?
I remember what I was going to say now. The Red Rocket on Wallace and Gromit Grand Day Out.
Oh dear.
The
My
Rocket
connections,
reminds me
I'm starting to have...
reminds me of Thunderbird 3.
Yep.
I love the music.
My favorite Wallace and Gromit. My favorite Wallace and Gromit video is The Wrong Trousers. I love the toy train chase.
Everyone, that's my favorite.
Wouldn't it be great, right, if there was a mixture between the Wallace and Gromit footage and the Thomas Runaway theme?
Scott.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Scott.
Yeah.
Actually, it's funny how you mentioned that, because I actually made that video. I actually made it on Sony Vegas a few weeks ago, but I haven't uploaded it. I actually have made that. It's the Wallace and Gromit train chase with the Thomas Runaway theme.
So in other words,
you may as well upload it.
I did mention it, but you've really beaten us to it.
Yes.
I'd love to see that. I would really love to see that.
One time I made a crazy fall. What if the train chase had the streamlining music?
I also love the scene. I also love the scene where.
Wait. Liz is about to say something.
Yeah, Liz.
I just want to say, I hate to say it, but I gotta get going. I'm sorry. I wish I could stay,
that's
but
fine. That's fine.
That's all right.
Have
a nice
plus the finals coming up, so yeah.
Well, good luck.
Sorry.
Good luck, Liz.
Yeah, good luck, Liz.
Good luck, Liz.
Yeah, thank you. Bye, everybody. Nice talking with you all.
Bye.
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 See you soon.
Anyway, What the?
There's two dads.
Well, which one is the real one? That's the big question.
Which one's the evil?
Oh.
All right, carry on.
Anyway, as I was saying, I also love the part where when Gromit sees that the penguin is wanted.
Yeah.
And then out of nowhere, Wallace comes running.
Oh yeah.
With the wrong with the trousers.
Yeah.
Oh, Gromit! Oh! And then he jumps through the air. Sorry.
Oh, that reminds me. That reminds me. Talking of the Penguin, Wallace and Gromit. Does anyone remember that there was a PS2 game called Wallace and Gromit in
Project Zoo?
I never played the games, but I heard they were good.
I've played Project Zoo. It's brilliant.
It was fun, to be honest. Yeah, it was fun.
And I've got a favourite bit of A Close Shave, right, which cracks me up a lot. You know, like when they broke Gromit out of prison, right? Excellent teamwork, lads. And when Wallace slipped on the soap, and then when you see the sheet falling down on him, and it goes blank. I cracked up big time when I first saw that.
Yeah.
Can I tell you some things that made me laugh? Right. So, the wrong trousers, what made me laugh the most was when the penguin left with Wallace, and Gromit fell through Wallace's door, put his clothes on, and he gets covered in jam.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I love that bit.
In A Close Shave, I love the bit where Wallace is like, Gromit, you know we're doing the clock tomorrow, and he looks at us in disgust.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, Gromit. That was a bit thick.
That was a bit thick.
How about this bit from that bit? Forest today, Gromit. Tuesday. What's Tuesday?
Have you been...
that's it.
But the best bit on The Close Shave is when they get ready to go on their bike. It's like watching a Thunderbirds episode, because that's like a reference to the Thunderbirds.
That was a subtle nod to Thunderbirds.
Yeah. It's like goes to the Thunderbird 2 hang, and I think the person who made them, Nick Park, I think he was a fan of Thunderbirds.
Oh, Scott, looks like Christopher has a question for you. How much free time do you have to attend this live stream, considering you have two sons?
Whenever the kids are in bed.
Oh, okay.
Free time.
You don't want to wake them up.
What's that?
You wouldn't want to wake your kids up since they're in bed.
No, I'm downstairs. They're upstairs.
That's fair. That's nice.
I'm in the lounge. I'm at the back of the house, which is the living room, and they're in the front of the house, upstairs, which is their bedroom.
Okay, that's nice.
Nice. What were we talking about?
We were still talking about Wallace and Gromit, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
We were talking about Nick Park.
Yeah,
he did early, man. I went to see it with a friend. Hey, it was fun. It was a fun film, to be honest, especially with Maine as the main character of the caveman.
You know.
Sorry for interrupting. I've got some news. I'm going to MCM London Comic Con the end of the month.
Ah, that's interesting.
Is anyone a fan of Batman the animated series?
I remember seeing it on TV.
Adam West.
Adam West. Still have a VHS tape of a tale.
No, it's not Adam West. That's a 60s series. It's the animated series in the 90s.
I never watched
Conroy.
Never watched it.
Well, Kevin Conroy is coming to the MCM, and I'm going to meet him.
Ooh.
Which is going to be. It's going to be brilliant. It's going to be a dream come true, because I've been trying to get an autograph from him for some time. I can't afford it. But when I looked at the quote for his autograph, I said, that's affordable. So So I got my tickets booked and everything. So it's all systems go. So I'm going to meet Batman and Kevin Conroy.
If I ever let this get to me again, I'll just end up running down to the Krusty Krab, bursting through the front door up to that yellow-headed SpongeBob, and he'll say, "Hi, Squidward. Have you finished with those errands yet?"
Ah!
Oh, sorry. I was in a SpongeBob mood today.
Oh, looks like I got comments from
I love SpongeBob.
Dito Locomotive.
Hi,
To
Squidward.
SmurfyDan. I'm so excited for Chapter 6's name to Legacy, my boy. I'm sure everyone will be looking forward to see it once I announce the release date. So, thank you for your appreciation, man. Yeah. Talking of which, who else is looking forward to Legacy Chapter 6 when it's out?
I am.
Oh yeah, Steven's Legacy. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
It's nearly completed, but I've yet to announce the release date. But the release date will be announced sometime later in the month. Watch this.
Ooh, that'd be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to that, Daniel, because I enjoy your Steaming to Legacy documentary you're working on, and I'm really looking forward for Chapter 6.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
I'm sure everyone will. Yes.
As a matter of fact, Daniel, I need to ask you something. You know, when the whole thing is finished, can I do a review of it?
Of course you can. Sure,
Thank
of course you can, if you like.
No, I'd like to, because I enjoy watching it, and it would be nice to do a review of a fellow YouTubers and good friends video, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be something to show some appreciation. So, sure, go ahead.
Thank you.
Hey, Dan. Hey, Dan.
Hello, Scholarly fan. Yes, Liam.
I'm sorry to cut this short, and I hate to go, but I have...
not you as well. Oh
Oh
dear.
no!
It's all right.
Please don't go.
It's all right.
You know, as Luna would say in Bear the Big House, well, I hate to go, but it's time for me to return to the sky.
Take care of yourself, sir.
Okay. Well, if ever you upload that video of Wallace and Gromit, try and send me the link, and I'll have a look at it, and I might.
If I sent you a Hangout request, in case like you and I ever want to talk.
Oh, okay. Well,
Scott Scott, I sent him a request. I actually sent him a request. I actually sent him the request after your birthday stream. I just wanted to be friends with him.
Who, me or Daniel?
Scott. Scott, if you can give me your email, I'll send it to
you. Okay. Let me just. Okay, I'll give it some consideration. You know, I'll try and find you.
You can find him on Twitter as well, Liam.
Are you on YouTube, Liam?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I'm actually almost to 50,000 subs, believe it or not.
Wow. What's your YouTube username, and I'll subscribe to you?
Well, as you can see on my icon, Liam Fitzgerald. And if you see a picture of Thomas with blue, yellow, and red in the background, that's me.
I see it. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll subscribe to you, and I'll have a look at some of your videos.
Thanks. And I know, Now, Scott, I know you don't really care for shows such as Teletubbies or such, but most of my stuff is Thomas related.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as it's Thomas, it's fine.
Okay, guys, I gotta go. So,
all right, take care, Liam.
Yeah,
thanks for Liam.
Thanks for having me, Dan. And as Bear and the Big Host would say, see you soon.
No problem.
See you soon.
Take care.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye. Right. Oh.
And then there was 6.
Right. Yep. So how are you doing today, Jonathan?
Oh, what?
I've been doing well. I've made 2 audio narrations of my Thomas Story Library books. There's Arian, Bert, and George.
George the Steamroller.
Yes, George the Steamroller.
And Arian Bert the Smelters Diesels.
Yes. Soon I'll be getting to Jack, the front loader.
One thing I don't get about Arian Bert. they were introduced in season 5. Bert's name was mentioned, well, buffering Bert or Stepney gets lost, but they never mentioned Harry's name, did they?
Seriously, what is up with that?
I know.
I mean, seriously, what, Harry is suddenly the third wheel or something?
I have no idea either.
No, but what's up with that though? But they mentioned Bert's name, buffering Bert.
Yeah.
But they didn't mention Harry's name. I mean, what's going on?
Why didn't
they say? Do you know what they should have done? Well, they said buffering Bert.
No, they did.
And then Bert should have said. They should have wrote this in the script. Got him, Harry. Like that. Then they both would have been done.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't even seem fair.
They were mentioned in merchandising, so
I guess.
Yeah.
Well, they first said Harry and Bert on Middle Engine.
Yes.
That's when they were fully introduced properly. Then, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Is there been any more questions?
I don't know, but are there any questions for me? I mean, I want to answer more questions.
Anyone has any more questions for us here? Me or Scott or Soul or Callum here, or even Scott? What are your thoughts on Tug CGI? Oh, I had yet because it's not out yet. I don't think it's out yet. I mean, Tug CGI.
It hasn't been mentioned for a while.
Yeah.
But talking to Tugs, soon as me and Ross have got someone's boomer lines, the voiceover tryout will be up soon, right? And you're gonna love it.
Okay, that's good.
It is a scene from Jinx, but we're not going to tell you which bit it is because we practiced that we've been practicing the lines for years, and we definitely got 10 cents in Sunshine's voice. Well, I got 10 cents. I do a great 10 cents impression.
Oh.
What do you all think of DuckTales 2017 reboot? I had yet to see it, but I heard there's some good things about it, especially with David Tennant's now playing Scrooge McDuck.
I'm yet to see DuckTales 2017 as well.
I hate to offend people, but I gave it a go, and to be honest, I really do not like it at all. I preferred the old 80s cartoon, but I did not like the reboot at all. In no offense to fans. No offense to anyone. I don't want to offend anyone, but it kind of ruined the franchise.
I'm sure no offense is taken.
Yeah, so I actually didn't like the reboot. The theme tune's good, but I just did not like the new series, the new reboot at all, and it kind of ruined it.
As the old saying goes, you can't beat the classics.
Exactly.
Yep.
Agreed.
And now on to Jumping Yard Studios production questions for me. What is my favorite redub I remember making back in the day? There are too many to list, but I fondly remember Annie and Cloudbowl. I personally felt that it was good in spite of the quality seems piss poor, and the footage and the audio quality is piss poor. I mean the original version of the redub, as you can see on Daily Motion, whereas I had already made a remastered version of Annie and Cloudbowl redub, whereas the quality is getting a little better now.
Who's using a phone?
What was that?
That's a phone.
Cat.
Oh, goodness me. All right, Scholarly fan has a question here. If the island sort of was a real-life island with all the engines from the railway series, would you move there and live on the island, or just go and visit? Well,
go and visit.
I'd live it. I'd live in it. I would live there.
Yes, I'd live.
Live there.
I would live there. See the engines for life.
Yes.
I'd love to visit one day if it exists.
I wish the island
was so real. I would move there. I would move there and probably work there.
In an instant,
in your
I would
dream.
live there. I'll move to Sodor and never leave. Ever.
You got that right.
Ooh. Have any of you seen Star Trek? Says Trains and Tugs. I've heard about it, but I've never been a fan of it. I had yet to see it, but I might give it a watch one day.
Heard of what, sorry?
Star Trek.
I'm not a fan.
Star Trek.
I'm not interested in Star Trek.
I'm not too keen on Star
Not really
Trek.
into Star Trek, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm more of a Star Wars and Jerry Anderson fan myself.
Well, I like Thunderbirds, Captain Scarlet Stingray. I'm a fan of Jerry Anderson, but no offense to Daniel, but I'm not really keen on Star Wars either.
It's okay. Not everyone's into Star Wars, so it's alright.
Yeah.
Cheers.
It's all good.
But I got a confession to make, Daniel. I did give the 4, 5, and 6 films a go because of Mark Hamill. Because I like the guy, but I prefer him as the Joker from Batman than Skywalker. If you get
Mark Hamill, who played the Joker in Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
Because a couple of years ago, does anyone remember Antoinette's Saturday Night Takeaway?
Yeah, I remember seeing that show occasionally.
Yeah, they invited Mark Hamill in, right? And when Ant McPartlin mentioned the Joker, I said, "Go on, Mark, do it." And when he did the voice of the Joker, I went, "Yes!" like that. Should see my face.
I can imagine.
I prefer him as the Joker than Skywalker because he does a great voice of Joker for nearly 26 years, and you still can't beat the animated Batman and Joker, can you?
Well, as they say, Mark Hamill is pretty much the next Mel Blanc, but I digress. Sorry, Frank Welker.
What's that?
Well, the Frank Welker, who was pretty much like Mel Blanc, who, you know.
Oh, Frank Welker, Fred from Scooby-Doo.
And Hefty Smurf in the Smurfs. Furball in Tiny Toon Avengers.
He does animal sounds. He does monkey.
He did a cat one. He did a cat sounds for Furball.
He's very good at animal sounds.
Yep.
He does dogs and stuff for for cartoons. Cats and stuff.
He does Scooby-Doo now, doesn't he?
Yeah, look, he did. He did Asriel in some.
There's a question from the Shanty Yard Studios. To all of you guys, if you could redo the Great Race, how would you want it to play out? Similar to the Railway Series book, or a better plot for the movie?
I'd have Henry not fly off into the distance when Gordon is focused in the middle of the frame.
I really can't answer that question because I can't think of an answer.
I'd rather make it more like Hero of the Rails. I'd rather make it more like Hero of the Rails.
Hero of the Rails is more better because
that me all you want, but I thought the Great Race was a pretty good experiment for a musical film.
Yeah, I like the Great Race, but my son Connor, right? He is mad on Journey Beyond Sodor. He is mad on it. He sings when the song comes on. He sings along.
Yes, that's me as well.
It's but the only song I sing along is "We Can't Do Anything, but We Can Try." That's a song I like. After Journey Beyond Sodor.
You should have seen me when it comes to Go Go Thomas.
Oh, you don't even think about it. I just sing that. I love that song.
It was awesome.
Yeah, so rock and roll. Rock and roll, if you know what I mean. What about?
Yeah.
I've got another favourite Thomas song. I've got a few favourite Thomas songs. But most favourite is the Island song because it you feel the emotion.
Yes.
You feel the emotion.
I Go Go Thomas.
I love the Thomas anthem. I love Thomas, You're the Leader. Every Day's a Special Day on Sodor.
Night Train.
I like Roll Along.
Night Train, yes, I love Night Train. Donald's Duck, I enjoy listening to. Harold the Helicopter, you know, the one from season 5.
Yeah,
I love that.
My favourite song is "There Once Was an Engine Who Ran Away."
Fergus.
Yeah, I love the tune of this song. Like, there once was an engine who ran away, up and went, ran away.
That has a very long title for a song.
Anyways, guys, from Trains and Tugs, Theodore Tugboat or JJ the Jet Plane?
Theodore Tugboat.
Honestly, Theodore Tugboat.
Yeah, Theodore Tugboat.
I mean, who would want to see JJ the jet plane?
I forgot that was
I've seen JJ the jet plane on Tiny Pop once.
Okay.
When I was little.
I remember I did see a bit of Theodore the Tugboat because Ross used to tape all the episodes, but I said to him honestly, I wasn't quite into Theodore the Tugboat because I preferred Tugs, if you know what I mean.
Oh yes.
It's like Tugs. I understand Theodore the Tugboat is like Tugs, but it's not Tugs, if you know what I mean. Because I prefer the proper Tugs series.
It's more calm and subtle than Tugs, to be honest.
Subtle. You don't pronounce the B.
That said, this next question should be interesting here from Christopher O'Shea. Thomas Shipping, yay or nay?
What was that?
Thomas Shipping, yay or nay?
No. God, no.
I don't understand that.
It's I can't decide. Sorry.
Stuff about a kids show that shouldn't be about a kids show. It's very bad.
Well, wherever it is, I just can't answer that question because I honestly do not know what they're talking about. I don't even understand it.
Romantic stuff.
Okay, moving on. Moving on.
Yeah, move on. Move on, quick.
Yeah, moving on. Hi, when Steenie's Legacy said, Doug, the number 8 GWR. Well, all in good time. It will be announced sometime later in the month.
Yeah, because you did mention it earlier on, didn't you?
Yeah. In case that they missed the live stream or so, as I had to say it again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Daniel's already mentioned it in the live stream. In case you missed it, he'll upload it. He'll announce the date at the end of the month. So stand by on the screens, as they say.
Yep. I already uploaded the sneak peek trailer on my birthday.
Yeah, that was good. That was. I quite enjoyed that.
I had yet to release the announced date as I did said it, but it will be announced in due time later in the month.
Yeah.
It's almost ready. I can't say when it should be released, but it will be in good time.
Okay.
So there we go. That said, we have a couple of minutes before moving to story time.
Oh, I have one question.
Oh, yes. First off, I'd like to start to read one storybook. Then Jonathan, he did said something that he'd like to read a story to us here.
Oh, I have a story.
All right.
Well, I'd like to read a story, but first, I have a question.
Okay.
Have you guys heard of the Transporters?
Oh, I remember the Transporters. I used to have them on DVD.
Yeah, have you noticed that in the UK, Stephen Fry narrates it, while in the US, Kerry Shell narrates it?
Oh, Stephen Fry, as in Lord Melcher from Blackadder, and as
Kerry Shell,
it's Diesel.
I loved the Transporters very much.
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard of that.
If only they didn't focus on the emotions.
Basically, Scott, the Transporters is an animated series that has CGI characters with human faces to help children with autism learn about emotions, like how they're feeling, like happy, sad, afraid, angry, disgusted, etc.
Oh,
like
that's
different emotions.
That emotions.
Yeah.
It's time, folks.
Okay. Any more questions coming up, Daniel?
Let me have a look first.
Hey, here's my question.
Okay.
Go on.
How do you guys feel about me casting Percy as a female character in my Pokemon parodies?
Well, it's up to you.
It's a parody.
Yes, it's your video. I don't mind.
Yeah, I'm just pointing to, just saying it to the other ones, to the others. I mean, about that idea.
Oh, well, I don't mind. I think it's a good idea. You know, just give it a try.
Yep.
If you think you'll win the game, you are...
Oh, it's Muddy Gordon.
Okay.
Oh, and another question to Scott and Jonathan.
Go
Do
on.
you two watch Pokemon?
No.
I'm not into Pokemon.
No, I'm
I've-
not really. I really don't like Pokemon at all because
I've seen.
my sister used to watch it, but I watch it with her when there's nothing else on the telly.
I remember seeing Pokemon Battle Dimension before, but that's only when I'm bored.
Oh, Pokemon Battle Dimension. Pokemon
Mhm.
Battle Dimension is where I got into Pokemon.
Ah.
It took me like a few years to know all the characters, including Misty.
Ah, Misty.
Yeah, I mean, I had no idea who Misty was. I mean, I only watched Battle Dimension, so I had no idea who she was until I saw VHS.
I know I said it already, but I do remember seeing Pokemon the first movie in theaters in 2000. I do remember the scene where Pikachu cries, and so were his friends over the death of Ash. Even though he is alive at the end. Spoiler alert. Anyway, I'm doing some posting on social media before moving to story time.
Oh, I have a story.
You have a story?
Yeah, it's from Tales from the Other Railway.
Okay.
Who should start first?
Alright, since I'm hosting a live stream, I'll start.
Yeah, you
Okay,
go first,
go
Dan.
Yep. Yeah, let me try and find a good story for this evening.
I hope it's another Railway Series special, like Thomas Comes to Breakfast. That's one of my favourites.
Because look what I've just had in my hands now.
Let's have a look.
Thomas Comes to Breakfast!
I can't wait.
Scott, you called it. You called it.
Yep, Thomas Comes to Breakfast.
Look,
I love that book. That's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's something from Christopher O'Shea. Tales from the Other Railway is A.
Oh, yeah. Alright.
Wait, has anyone heard of Tales from the Upper Railway?
Yep. Tales from the
From the Soda Iron forums.
I know what that is. Right. Is everyone sitting comfortably?
No,
Yes.
I mean yes.
We're ready for another story time.
Yay!
Woohoo! Let's do it.
Yep. The story's called Thomas Comes to Breakfast.
That's my favourite book, Dave.
Right.
Sorry, hang on. Okay, go ahead.
Ready. Okay. Right. Thomas the Tank Engine has worked on his branch. Thomas the Tank Engine has worked his branch line for many years. You know, just want to stop after driver one day. You could almost managed it without me. I doubt that he'd ever driven all by himself. You guys?
Well, unless you count Magic Railroad.
War Series 8 in some episodes, but I digress.
Of course.
Thomas didn't understand that his driver was only joking. Driver says I didn't need him. Driver says I don't need him now, he told the others. Don't be so silly. Don't be so silly, said Percy. I'd never go without my driver, said Toby earnestly. I'd be frightened. Who? Boasted Thomas. I'm not scared. Just you wait and see. It was dark in the morning when the cleaner came to light the engines. Thomas drowsed comfortably as the warmth spread through his boiler. What's happening next? see what's happened. Wait. I think I may have skipped. Ah, there we go. He woke again in daylight. Percy and Toby were still asleep. I'll give those silly stick in the muds a surprise, he chuckled. He felt steam going first to one piston, and then to the other. I'm moving, he whispered. I'll creep outside and stop. Then I'll wheeze loudly to make them jump.
Daniel, before you carry on, when you finish the book, I'm gonna have to go because I've got we're gonna get up early because we're going to Sheringham tomorrow. So I'll stay for the story. But as soon as it's finished, I have to go.
Right, that's fine, Scott. You have a nice
day. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, you have a nice day for tomorrow and Monday.
Yeah, cheers, mate. I'll send you some pictures.
Okay, that's good. That's nice to know. Anyway, let's get back to the story.
Sure.
Thomas thought he was clever, but really he was only moving because the careless cleaner had meddled with his controls. He tried to wish, but he couldn't.
That was me doing the sound effects.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I didn't worry. I thought I'd do a little bit of sound effects while Daniel's reading the story.
Oh, okay.
I can do better sound effects.
Getting back to the story, he tried to stop, but he couldn't. He just kept rolling along. Never mind, but the bobbers will stop me, he thought hopefully. But that siding had no bobbers. The rails ended at the road. Oh dear, I wonder what happened next.
I think we do.
The station master's house.
Well, let's find out, shall we? To see if that's true.
Oh no!
Thomas's wheels left the rails and crunched the tarmac. There was a hedge, a garden gate, and a station master's house. The station master and his family were having breakfast. It was their favorite one of ham and eggs.
Ooh, ham and eggs.
Nothing from the...
More like tamayaki and gohan.
Reminds me, what's your favorite breakfast?
I'm going to be reading the story. Mountain Engine.
Buttered toast and hot chocolate. Sometimes a grilled cheese sandwich.
Right.
Omelette.
Mine's
and rice.
Mostly is toast and boiled egg.
Ooh.
Oh.
Enough dilly dying. Let's get back to the story to see what's happened next. Oh, Horace! Exclaimed Thomas. Oh, Horace! Exclaimed Thomas as he shut his eyes and plunged through the hedge. There was a crash. The house rocked. Asta peppered the plates. Thomas peered through the broken window. He couldn't speak. Oh dear. There had been a terrible mess in the station master's house.
Oh no.
The station master strode outside. He shut off steam and surveyed his wrecked garden. His wife picked up the plate. You miserable engine, she scolded. Just look what you've done to our party. Right. I was going on.
That's funny.
All right, I'll carry it. Just look at our breakfast, covered in plaster. No, I shall have to cook some more.
Oh dear.
Door behind her. I wonder what's happening next after she did this.
He better not sneeze.
Ooh dear, I hope not. They finished their breakfast in the kitchen and left Thomas severely alone. More and more plaster fell. Thomas wanted to sneeze, but he didn't care in case the house fell on top of him.
I'm surprised they were able to finish the breakfast, what with all the plaster falling off.
Yep, they were this lucky. Hello, Quinn, the fanboy. Hello.
Oh, hi, Quinn.
No one came near him for a long time. Everyone was much too busy. At last, some workmen arrived to prop the house up with strong poles. Next, they brought a load of sleepers and made a road over the garden so that Donald and Douglas, puffing hard, pulled Thomas back to the rails again. Thomas's funnel was bent. Bits of hedge, the garden gate, and a broken window frame festooned his front end, which was badly twisted. Thomas looked so comic that the twins laughed aloud. "Goodbye, Thomas," they chuckled. "Don't forget your driver next time."
I think Thomas is in a lot of trouble now.
It should have been.
How can he be? It's not his fault. It's the cleaners.
Exactly.
No surprise that he'd still be.
Thomas took the blame, wasn't it?
Yeah. But still, he wouldn't be going off without this driver in the first place.
Well, I blame his driver for that because he didn't tell Thomas he was joking. I think it's the driver to blame, not the cleaner.
Yes.
Yeah, technically the driver did it.
Yeah.
Talk of whom, his driver and fireman began to tidy him up. "You're a perfect disgrace," they told him. "We're ashamed of you. We're ashamed."
That's not fair.
Yeah, they have been such douchebags. Anyway. Oops, really D word. "And so am I," said the voice behind him. "You're a naughty engine."
Thomas was shocked. "It wasn't my fault," he said.
Shush.
Carry on.
All right. "Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir," faltered Thomas. "You must go to the works to be mended, but they've no time for you now. First, it will take you to a siding where you can wait till they're ready. All rise for our national anthem. The breakfast song's playing. Look at what you done to our breakfast. To our breakfast. To our breakfast.
Now I shall have
to cook some more.
Who else couldn't forget that? WTR Network. Next day, a diesel rail car came. "Woo, woo," she tooted gaily as she ran. The back controller came over to Thomas. "That's Daisy," he said. "She come to do your work. Diesels never ran off the breakfast in station masters' houses." And he walked sternly away. What's happened next after Thomas was sent to repairs?
Well, Daisy being lazy.
Right. Anyways. Toby and Percy didn't like Daisy at first. They were afraid she might be troublesome. "Please, sir," they asked, "will she go when Thomas comes back?" "That depends," said the fat controller. Thomas didn't enjoy his time at the works. "It's nice to feel mended again," he said afterwards. "But they took so many of my old parts away and put new ones in. Another engine." I doubted it to be true. Would he look the same after his repairs? Would he be the same engine?
Well, apart from the straight running board, yes.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out if that's true or false. But I digress. Okay. Meanwhile, as Percy and Toby had feared.
What's poppin', fellas?
Oh, hi, Duck and Duncan.
Hello, Duck and
Hey, Duck and Duncan.
What's going on?
Oh, hey.
I was reading a story.
Ah, nice.
Yeah. Meanwhile, as Toby and Percy had feared, Daisy was troublesome. She was fussy and lazy and got into difficulties with a bow. When she said she was sorry, Toby put in a good word for her, and the Fat Controller allowed her to stay after all. Well, at least she's given a good chance. A good second.
Everyone deserves a second chance, even if they are lazy or naughty.
Exactly. And now we've come to the end of the story with this last page. Thomas, Percy, Toby, and Daisy are now all good friends. Thomas is glad to have Daisy's help with his passengers. He is never now so silly as to think that he can manage without his driver. The end.
Aww.
Yay.
I didn't realize
it comes to breakfast.
That's one of my favourite days.
I like that story.
Yeah, it's very good.
Anyway.
I love it.
Anyway, I got to go now because I've got so much to do tonight, and we've got to get up early in the morning because we're leaving at 10 o'clock.
Okay.
See ya.
That's fine, Scott.
Bye.
Yeah.
Have a nice
Thanks
day.
for great chat, guys. I'll catch you later.
Catch you later.
You too, Scott.
Bye.
Take care.
Have a
Bye.
nice day. Thank you.
Yeah,
Have a
you
nice
too.
day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank
Scott.
you. Bye. Bye. Take care, guys. Bye.
You too, Scott. Good night. FAB.
And then there were 6 again.
Yep. It's just thinking of looking into another story to read.
I've got a story to read.
So do I.
Yep. While I was trying to find a story to read next, would you tell us the story?
Okay.
I think I'll let Jonathan goes next, since
Learn anything.
Okay.
I'm sure those of you who are familiar with Jonathan's story time videos, I thought it'd be worth it to let Jonathan. So I felt it'd be worth it to let Jonathan have his turn to read his favorite Thomas story book.
Yes. Now, are you all ready?
Of course.
Yes. Of course.
Good.
We're ready.
Let's begin.
Of course.
The story of Thomas the Tank Engine. This is a story about Thomas the Tank Engine, who worked with his engine friends on the Fat Controller's Railway on the island of Sodor.
Are you going to show us the book?
Ah, okay. Hang on.
So that the audience can see it too.
I don't usually do this, but... Okay.
Carry on.
Thomas the Tank Engine was a cheeky little engine who helped with the big engines by pulling their coaches to and from the big station. But what Thomas really wanted was his very own branch line. That way he would be a really useful engine.
Ooh.
See, that's Thomas.
Yep.
Looks like he's going to the seaside.
Ooh. Who wouldn't want to go to the seaside?
Sometimes Thomas liked to play tricks on the other engines. One day, when Gordon, the big strong engine, was very tired from pulling the heavy express train, Thomas came up beside him and whistled loudly. Peep, peep! Wake up, lazy bones! That gave Gordon a fright. He decided to teach cheeky Thomas a lesson. See? That's Gordon's angry face.
Oh, he wouldn't want to be woken up by Thomas.
No. Nobody likes to be woken up. The next morning, Thomas would not wake up. It was nearly time for Gordon's express to leave, and Thomas hadn't got his coaches ready. Said Thomas, getting started at last. Hurry up, Thomas, said Gordon crossly.
Oh, no.
Thomas's job was to push Gordon's train to help him start. That morning was Gordon's chance to teach Thomas a lesson. As he moved out of the station, he started to go faster and faster. Faster and faster and faster and faster went Gordon. It was much too fast for Thomas. See, that's Gordon going way too fast.
Right.
Hurry, 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 laughed Gordon. Poor Thomas was going faster than he had ever gone before. My wheels will wear out, he thought. Peep, peep, stop, stop, whistled Thomas. At last, they stopped at a station. Well, Thomas, chuckled Gordon, now you know how it feels to be tricked. Puff, puff, panted poor Thomas. He was too out of breath to say anything. His cheekiness had got him into trouble. Perhaps he would never get his own branch line now. This is what happens when cheekiness does to you. It rebounds. Poor Thomas. The next day, Thomas saw some strange-looking trucks in the yard. That's the breakdown train, said his driver. It helps out when there's an accident. Just then, James, the splendid red engine, came through the yard crying. His trucks were pushing him too fast, and his brake blocks were on fire. Help! Help! Oh dear. Poor James.
Oh no, poor James. What's happened next?
Thomas chased after him, trying to rescue him. Oh, wait,
soon after James disappeared, a man came running. James is off the line! We need the breakdown train! Quickly! He shouted. Thomas was coupled onto the breakdown train, and off he went as fast as he could. Whirr! Went his wheels along the track. I must help James, he said. Thomas to the rescue!
Of course, Thomas to the rescue.
They found James in a field with the trucks piled in a heap behind him. His driver and fireman were checking that he was all right. It wasn't your fault, James, his driver said. It was those troublesome trucks. I thought it was those wooden brake blocks.
Well, I think it's the same thing in terms of brakes and how they work. But I don't.
Poor James.
Yeah. Now
James needed help. Thomas pushed the breakdown train alongside James. Then he pulled some trucks out of the way. He was soon back to pick up the rest. Oh dear! Oh dear! They groaned. Serves you right! Serves you right! Puffed Thomas crossly. He worked hard all afternoon.
Oh my god!
Whoa!
Thomas pulled James back to the shed where the Fat Controller was waiting. Well, Thomas, he said, you have shown that you're a really useful engine. I'm so pleased with you that I'm going to give you your own branch line. Oh, thank you, sir, said Thomas happily. See? Thomas is very happy. Even Gordon is impressed.
Yep. Thomas has been a really useful engine.
Exactly.
Of course.
Now Thomas is happy as can be, and he chuffs and puffs proudly along his own branch line from morning till night. Gordon is always in a hurry, but whenever he sees Thomas, he remembers to say, "Hurry, hurry!" And cheeky little Thomas always whistles, "Peep, peep, lazy bones." And see, that's Thomas happily on his branch line greeting Gordon.
What a cheeky.
And that's the end.
Oh, nice.
And that's it.
That's a nice storybook. It's nice. Oh, and I think I see what Santara's doing with number 3 here. Let's have a look.
Anyway, as I said before, I have a story.
Okay.
Same here.
Okay.
My soul said it first, so I think it's worth it for him to have a go.
Okay.
Okay, the story from Tales from the Other Railway is Steamy does shit again.
But here's a little disclaimer, a little warning message. Warning: if you have a wait. Let me rephrase that. Warning: for what you're about to hear may have some swear words and vulgar language.
Amen.
Not suitable for kids under the age of 13. For discretion advised.
Amen. Anyway,
Amen.
Is everyone ready?
Oh.
Yes.
I'll begin. Steamy does shit again. Diesel and Spam Can hate their work at the harbour, pulling and pushing trucks full of cargo to, from, and sometimes off the quay. But one morning, the engines were exhausted. The harbour was busier than ever, even when they got off their buffers and tried doing some actual work. The Thing Git promised that another engine will be found to help them. I wonder who'll be.
I wonder if is it Diesel?
Anyway, it's about bloody time, said Spam Can. I ain't so much I can hardly speak to insult.
Oh, don't tell me, it's a steam
agreed
engine.
Diesel. They waited for the engine to arrive. It came as a shock when he did. Wait a tick, said Spam Can. Can you hear puffing? Puffing? Cried Diesel. Oh no, no it can't be. But it was. Into the harbour puffed a small saddle tank engine with fluorescent green paint, 6 small wheels, and the most sickeningly cheery smile any of them had ever seen.
Lots of people travel to the big station at the end.
Good morning, sang Steamy in his squeaky voice. The two engines had not worked with Steamy for a long time. What are you doing here? Gasped Diesel. You're lovely, Sir Why, you're worthy, Sir Why, Thing Git sent me. I hope you're pleased to see me and to shunt some lovely, cuddly trucks. Shunt where? Asked Spam Can suspiciously. Where? Why, from here to there, chirped Steamy, and again from there to here. On, isn't it? With that, Steamy, as if to make himself quite clear, started singing to some nearby trucks. Ooh! Screamed the trucks. La 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 la! Sang Steamy. Wow.
Uh-oh. Steamy has done it again.
Oh my! Diesel and Spam Can were horrified.
What's happened next?
Diesel and Spam Can were horrified. They did not trust Steamy at all. They refused to work and would not leave their shed. The Thing Git was enjoying his beer and pot noodle when the telephone rang. So there's trouble at the harbour yard. That's no surprise. Diesel and Spam Can refusing to work. Are you going anywhere with this? They have an actual reason for refusing to work? Sweet, better not go see. I'll be there right away. Steamy was singing loudly and alone. Bootleg DVDs lay on the quay. Ships and passengers were delayed. Everyone was complaining about the Thing Git's railway, even more so than usual. Diesel and Spam Can were sulking in their shed. What's all this then? Demanded the Thing Git. We're on strike, you twonk, said Spam Can. Yes, added Diesel. Beg pardon, sir, but are you fucking mad? We won't work with Steamy. Then in a quiet, sneering voice, he added, You sent him packing, sir. I have to give Steamy another chance. I am trying to help you by bringing Steamy here. Now you must help me. He was the only engine available. Yeah, right, grumbled Spam Can. In the entire country. The two engines stared at their buffers, awkwardly. Now stop this idiocy and get moving. those Blu-rays aren't going to shift themselves. Diesel and Spamcan went sadly back to work. Well, it looks like they got off their actual buffers.
Uh-oh. Then what's happened?
Well, next morning, things were no better. Steamy's driver didn't exist, so his brakes went on properly, and Steamy started to move. He went bump straight into Diesel and pushed him through the wall of a nearby tuna cannery. Diesel had an awful fright. Wake up, please, Diesel, smiled Steamy. You have some lovely work to do. He even had the gall to say he was sorry. I don't know what had the gall means.
I think he means to say had a bone to pick or something like that. But
Yeah.
I digress.
Anyway,
Had a bone to say he was sorry.
Anyway, later Steamy was shunting. He sang so much to the trucks that they knocked themselves to bits. The loads went everywhere. Well, it looks like the trucks are getting pretty irritated with Steamy singing.
If I were Diesel, I'd be irritated.
Absolutely irritated.
Yep.
Oh, what will the Fingit say? Said Diesel wickedly. He's not gonna like it, sang Spamcan. What a jolly good idea, said Steamy, beaming from buffer to buffer. So who's going to tell him, I wonder? Two little goody-goody upstanding citizens like you, I suppose? Diesel and Spamcan were taken aback. Or should I say, two little batty rotten me's who ruined my life? Oh, wait, I've got it. Two little yummy lumps of shark bait. I love sharks. They have such big smiles. Diesel and Spamcan didn't want to be shark bait, so they said nothing. Would anyone want to be shark bait?
I wouldn't.
Steamy, thinking he could get away with psychotic behavior, was worse than ever. Next day, he was shunting trucks full of headache tablets for the Fingit's daily migraine. Next day, he was shunting trucks full of headache tablets for the Fingit's daily migraines. He was just in the middle of a rousing rendition of the fast food song when the trucks decided they couldn't take any more. They banged hard into the buffers, knowing well they weren't secure. There was a loud crash, and the water began to fizzle ferociously. The silly trucks were sunk. Well, this wouldn't have happened if Steamy hadn't sang so much. Anyway, soon the Fingit heard the news. Oh, my head! The trucks were hoisted safely from the sea, but the tablets were completely dissolved. The Fingits... Yeah, definitely an uh-oh. The Fingit spoke severely to Steamy. Oh no, what's he gonna say?
I'd been thinking he'd be saying, "You sodding git."
Yeah, let's find out. The Fingit spoke severely to Steamy, a large ice pack clutched to his forehead. Things worked much better here before you arrived, and they hardly worked at all. I shall not be inviting you back for at least 3 more series, pending low ratings. Now, Diesel and Spamcan, I hope you won't mind having to handle the work by yourselves again. Oh, no, sir. Yes, please, sir, replied the engines. Tooting cheerfully, they rumbled back to avoiding work, while Steamy huffed slowly away. That's it.
Steamy. Oh dear, poor Steamy. Well, at least he gets the punishment he deserves.
Mm-hmm.
Who would listen to Steamy? Who would listen to Steamy sing? I'd
be sick of it if I were Diesel.
I know someone who's an even more terrible singer than Steamy.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Not telling.
Oh, okay. Anyways, coming up next is Gordon Goes Foreign, as told by Mr. Merlin Fan 02.
Yay!
Okay, are we ready?
Of course.
Ready?
Right. Let us begin. Lots of people travel to the big station at the end of the line. Engines from the other railways sometimes pull their trains. These engines stay the night and go home next day. Gordon was talking one day to one of these. When I was young and green, he said, I remember going to London. Do you know the place? The station's called King's Cross. King's Cross? Snorted the engine. London's Euston. Everybody knows that. Rubbish, said Duck. London's Paddington. I knew. I worked there. They argued till they went to sleep. They argued till they woke up. They were still arguing when the other engine went away. Stupid thing, said Gordon crossly. I have no patience. Stupid yourself, said Duck. London's Paddington. Paddington, do you hear? Stop arguing, James broke in. You make me tired. You've both agreed about something anyway. What's that? London's not Euston, laughed James. Now shut up. Gordon rolled away, still grumbling. I'm sure it's King's Cross. I'll go and prove it. But that was easier said than done. London lay beyond the big station at the other end of the line. Gordon had to stop there. Another engine then took his train. If I don't stop, he thought, I could go to London. One day he ran right through the station. Another time he tried to start before the fireman could uncouple the coaches. He tried to stop all kinds of tricks, but it was no good. His driver checked him every time. Oh dear, he thought sadly, I'll never get there. One day he pulled the express to the station as usual. His fireman uncoupled the coaches and he ran onto the siding to wait till it was time to go home. The coaches waited and waited at the platform, but their engine didn't come. A porter ran across and spoke to Gordon's driver. The inspector's on the platform. He wants to see you. The driver climbed down from the cab and walked over to the station. He came back in a few minutes, looking excited. Hello, said the fireman. What's happened? The engine for the express turned over when it was coming out of the yard. No, nothing else can come in or out. They want us to take the train to London. I said we would if the Fat Controller agreed. They telephoned and he said we could do it. How's that? Fine, said the fireman. We'll show them what the Fat Controller's engines can do. Come on, said Gordon. Let's go. He rolled quickly over the crossings and back onto the train. It was only a few minutes before the guard blew his whistle, but Gordon thought it was ages. Come on, he puffed to the coaches. Come on, come on, come on, come on. We're going to town, we're going to town. That sang the coaches slowly at first, then faster and faster. Gordon found that London was a long way. Never mind, he said. I like a good long run to stretch my wheels. But all the same, he was glad when London came in sight. The Fat Controller came into his office next morning. He looked at the letters on his desk. One had a London postmark. I wonder how Gordon's getting on, he said. The station master knocked and came in. He looked excited. Excuse me, sir, have you seen the news? No, why? Just look at this, sir. The Fat Controller took the newspaper. Good gracious me, he said. There's Gordon. Headlines, too. Famous engine at London Station. Police called to control crowds. The Fat Controller read on, absorbed. Gordon returned next day. The Fat Controller spoke to his driver and fireman. I see you had a good welcome in London. We certainly did, sir. We signed autographs till our arms ached, and Gordon had his photograph taken from so many directions at once and he didn't know which way to look. Good, smiled the Fat Controller. I expect he enjoyed himself. Didn't you, Gordon? No, sir, I didn't. Why ever not? London's all wrong, answered Gordon sadly. They've changed it. It's not King Cross anymore. It's St. Pancras. And that is the end.
Poor Gordon.
Yep.
I know.
Especially after some journey to London.
His journey turned out
The
to be a
story time
disappointment.
session has come to an end.
Oh no!
Don't worry. We'll come back to that some other time. For now, let's move on to general discussions.
Okay.
Right.
First off, I see you've been trying to replicate the number 3. Didn't you, Santera?
Sorry, say again?
What I'm saying is, I see you've been doing something with the number 3 early on.
Yeah, I was given this picture. Oh, hang on, I'm not screen sharing anymore. Give us a sec.
Yeah.
Screen share. This picture of Gordon.
Oh, of course.
Does it come up yet?
Yep, I see it.
Yeah, this is another one of those posters which was featured in the UK Thomas magazine in the early 2000s.
I remember those.
It's in the Trouble with Mud. This 3 of Henry that's on the tender is one of the highest resolution ones I've had. The only other one I had was this 3, which is from this ruler picture.
Nice.
And yeah, I was recently given this by Tom Jedsky on Twitter. He's got pretty much all of the magazines. I think he's only missing a few. And he's been sending me a few bits just for reference, and this happens to be one of the best ones. So what I did was I skewed it so that it was correct, and then I traced out the middle, just the yellow part, and then I'm going to make a stroke to go over and create the red outline.
Looks like a nice recreation to Henry's number 3 there.
I did make it a while ago. I made one in January, but I had my main SSD in my computer fail after a couple of years of use, and I lost it.
Right. Still, it's very nice. I'd be looking forward to see the part 2 of your 1,000 subscribers special when you had a chance.
Yeah, it's like I said, I recently got the Gauge 1 rolling stock, so I'm going to start doing that soon. But I've just had to be sort of clearing some stuff up, so I'm going to start making that soon, hopefully.
What's your favorite character from Night at the Museum 2? Well, it's been a long time. Since I went to see that film in cinemas, but I think it had to be a Robin Williams guy.
Yeah, he played Teddy, didn't he?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Right. All right. That said, I think I have something that I had yet to show you, which is in the box that I bought from eBay. Something very special.
Ooh.
That will be shown shortly. Did it sound like a cat meowing? Meow. Oh, looks like you got a question from Meatball Guy 1. Was that 3 always meant to be wrong key?
I don't know.
I think it looks good as it is, yeah, right now. I think this Meatball Guy 1 user here refers to the number 3 you did. Was it always meant to be?
I don't think I can recall that.
Apologies, I'm back. Sorry, was there anything directed at me?
Yeah, so there was a question for you about the number 3. Was that meant to be wonky? Oh, no. I think Meatball Guy 1 just said, I don't mean you're 3, I mean the one on the original Henry picture. Oh, yes.
Well, yeah, but this, you got to think, this is Henry next to Gordon. That's why it looks wonky.
Ah, that, okay.
That's what I had to stretch out to get it like this. See, it was like that.
Oh, okay.
Changed it to that.
Of course. Sorry about that. My connections is not good.
No, I did leave for a second. It wasn't you.
Oh, no, that's fine. It's all right.
Was there anything else? I don't mean you're 3. I mean the one.
If there's anything else.
Was that 3? It was meant to be wonky. That's just the picture. Oh, there was no other questions for me. I see.
Oh dear.
Right now, I'm having a tough time remembering how I made my old one. I can't remember how I did the stroke thing.
Somehow, this session has become a tutorial from Santera on his Gauge 1 project, which is number 3.
Well, yeah, this
is you that are following his channel.
What I plan to
and
do
Twitter account
is those who would have seen Kuda K's handle, there probably a lot of people would have seen it because he posts about it quite often. He has a vinyl cutting machine, and so you can basically input a picture and it will cut it. That's how he made the line, not the lining, the number 3 and the Sir Handle font text on the side of Sir Handle. And
yes,
what's going to happen is I'm going to ask him if he can. I'm going to send him these really high resolution, the smaller yellow 3, and then the higher.
Oh, this Kodak guy who makes a handle model. That's nice.
Yeah. He's on Twitter as well. He's pretty big.
I can see that. So I've noticed, yes, he does a pretty good job there at the moment. That said, I'll just forget about it.
Who's watching something or playing with a toy of some sort?
You'll see. You could be right, but we'll see. I haven't seen the videos this interesting since the 24-hour live stream of watching paint dry.
I've been tipping that camera for 3 whole days now, but it always seems to get away from me. Looks like they're about to take it.
And now, for the special surprise from moi.
Oh, thanks.
There's more inside the box at the moment. So, good thing the address hadn't been shown. I wonder how to cut it. Aha. Here we are. Doing it wrong. No way. I might have to find something else that's a bit more sharp.
I figured it out.
Yep. I've just found the way. It's another one of those nail clippers. Shop thing. That's right, yeah. It should be easier. Bless you.
No, it's a cough.
I know it's a cough. Okay, sorry about that.
All the same bank. All the same banks.
You're welcome. Okay, there. Almost. All this H1 Thomas model making always making me envy of you guys. I'll admit, it's just that makes me want to try and make one of my own methods on the Gauge 1 model, like Thomas.
Nice.
Yeah.
There are a lot of people who want to make Thomas.
Yeah. I did have a talk with one of the Star Tugs people back in Butterley, Midlands Railway Butterley a few weeks ago. And they suggested me to start using cardboard box for starters. You know, for measurements and things like that. And, you know, on the actual Gauge 1 model, you know, to try and replicate like what you guys are doing. Handel and Henry and James and whatnot. Oh, again, no. It's just the box is a pain in the neck. Thank God, and I hope you have a nice day tomorrow as well. I have to be very careful too. If I want to cut my finger or something, I mean that'd be pretty painful.
Safety hazard.
Right, it's just the top. Yeah. Yeah, I need to be careful. Short dress. Huh. Good thing I haven't. Almost there. Waiting. It's a pain in the neck to open this box with a brown tape. Oh, and there's a newspaper, but that's not all. More newspaper. Oh, looks like there's something. Oh, and it's coming out of the box.
What?
And it's inside. See, I bought this thing for about £9 2 weeks ago or so. Any guesses on what this is? Yeah.
Is an Ertl pullback Thomas? Is an Ertl pullback Thomas?
Close.
I can tell from the shape.
Okay.
Is it the R2RC, Thomas?
Motorized? Yes, that's a good guess.
No, the remote control one with the corded remote.
Yep. Yeah, even though this, I don't think the box comes with remote control. Yeah, that's all there is. Just lots of newspaper and this interesting toy of Thomas here.
Ooh!
Gigantic. Eh?
That's what I call rare.
What I've been told about this particular toy, well, it's nearly about the good size of the Gauge 1 model of Thomas, except it's not accurate, so to speak.
Ah.
Hence, the funnel is a different shape here. For some reason, they're Bob the Builder stickers, and there's a sticker of Pilchard the cat.
Pilchard!
I didn't add that in. The Ertl Company, 1985.
For the longest time, I said Ertl as ERTL because I didn't know Ertl was actually a name.
Well, I've been told that it is a motorized model like that. Yes, motorized. It is close, but still, it's a motorized. From what I've been told. Oh, and it makes this sound. Oh yeah, maybe you're right. It is like a remote control thing. This little wheel.
Hey guys.
So there we have it. A giant motorized Earl Thomas.
Brilliant.
How do you like it?
Lovely.
Yep.
Very nice.
You're very lucky.
Lovely. Yeah, this might be something I'd use for a G1 Thomas replica one day. Albeit I'm starting out with cardboard, but then once that's done, that will be moved to something else, like Pexler glass or brass. I don't know yet.
I wouldn't recommend cardboard.
I
would not recommend cardboard.
Oh no! It's just it's mainly for the beginners.
No, I know, but I mean, even for a beginner, I wouldn't do it in cardboard.
Oh no!
What the?
No, it's just for measurements at the beginning tutorial thing of them. Just that once that with the cardboard's done, I will be moving to something else, like something that is not cardboard, like fiberglass or plexiglass, or any reliable material that any modeler used that is not cardboard. So yeah. There were two models of that Earl toy. There was a wired controlled, and there was a wireless controlled model. Then you won't want Nintendo Labo, says James Van 143.
Yeah, I've seen the wired controller one.
Yep. Yeah, that's what it is. Game number 3 tutorial.
What the hell is that noise?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. What's that noise as well?
Someone's humming.
Until the noise is until he stops making the noise, I think I'll have to mute it for a bit.
Who is it making that noise?
It's no one.
I was thinking that might be Sol, since he'd be in.
Fine, it was me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I was casually humming Thomas's sad theme from season 1.
Okay.
Yeah, but you don't understand how sort of loud and very intrusive it is on the mic.
Yeah.
Didn't know that. I'm
Oh,
sorry
that's
if I
okay.
annoyed all of you with that.
Ah, no, it's all right.
It's just that it was sort of reverberating around all our mics.
Hey Dan.
Yep, I'm here.
I'm afraid I gotta go now.
Okay.
But
That's all right.
thanks for having me.
No problem. You have a good night, Callum.
Thank you. You too. Bye, guys.
Thanks.
Bye, Callum. Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Bye bye.
And then there were 4.
Now here's me. I'm putting my latest eBay purchase away back into the box safely.
There's a guy on eBay right now who's selling so much really old, nice Thomas merch.
Yep. You could say that again.
I managed to get some Buzz books that I wanted for a while. I got Tender Engines and Henry's Forest, although the Henry's Forest one had a bunch of crayon marks in it.
Okay. I remembered I still have a couple of Buzz books, Thomas books as well, including the one of 4 Little Engines.
I used to have a 4 Little Engines Buzz book.
What is it?
I used to have a 4 Little Engines Buzz book.
And Buzz books, these ones that were published around during the 90s. These were around during my time as a kid. Have you done anything interesting this week, guys? Well, last night, since it was May the 4th, I managed to watch the entirety of, well, what I'm saying is I've watched Star Wars The Last Jedi on Blu-ray.
Mm.
Even though some fans were kind of nitpicky on it and how it turned out, with it had a couple of flaws here and there, but for me, it's still a good film. Like The Force Awakens, it's also good.
Oh yeah, I forgot it was May the 4th. May the 4th yesterday. That means it's been exactly a year since I missed a copy of Best Kept Station competition on eBay.
Well, that's nice. So that'd be something to keep yourself occupied.
I've done an audio narration of Thomas in the Best Kept Station competition.
I remember that SI3D Films that did this on Train's adaptation of that story as well.
Yeah. I also did a narration of Surprise Adventures too.
Surprising Adventures, yes. Okay.
Why does it never come out as good? Surprise Adventures is actually an incredibly high quality copy on the CD. It's literally the best you'll hear the Series 5 songs.
Of course.
I've made sound effect free versions of all of the Series 5 songs using sections from the Japanese audio, because on the Japanese CDs they don't have they have the entire song and they don't have any sound effects. So what I was able to do was piece together from like the ends and beginnings of the Japanese songs. I was able to put them onto the beginnings and ends of the English audio and make it so that they're basically the same as in the music videos, but without any sound effects. The beginning of Snow Song sounds amazing.
Of course. It was one of the nice and sedated songs. What I'm saying sedated, I mean much calmer songs. I mean the Snow Song, for example.
Yeah. Night Train is very calm as well.
It was a real nice song.
Mm-hmm.
good.
Right, I think this number 3 is now done.
Yeah, that's good.
There's the old one. It's the old one with the green background, and then the new really high resolution one. That one's 2850 by 3859, over almost 4K resolution.
The quality looking nice here.
Really, what the thing is, I need the highest resolution I can get for the vinyl cutter, so that there's if it's something too low resolution, I'm pretty sure it cuts by pixel density. So if you were to give it a really low resolution thing, it would actually cut like squares of the edge of a pixel. So you need to give it something really high resolution.
Okay. Oh yes, John, the TV show fan 01. Sadly, I hadn't made much YouTube poops as much as I used to years ago. Not since 2015. All I'm focused on right now is Steaming to Legacy at the moment.
What, chapter 6? You mean chapter 6 of Steaming to Legacy? Hey Zanthera.
Yeah.
Why are your documents all Henry themed?
Because this is my Henry reference folder.
Oh yes, I thought I spotted the lots of Henry pictures for references, eh?
Yeah.
That's nice.
There's a few I'm not allowed to show like big. People can probably pause and have a look at the teeny little thumbnails, but some of them I'm not allowed to show.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Oh dear. That said,
Also, I remember you said that Henry was partly repainted in season 4.
Yeah, he was.
I didn't notice that until you mentioned it. I mean, when I watched Henry and the Elephant, I noticed that his boiler and his wheels are the original season 3 green, and his back half is painted in the green without the lacquer.
Look.
Oh yeah.
I've got it up on the screen now.
The firebox, the cab, and his tender.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Pretty much everything from the front of his spoiler back was painted in. I'm not sure what it was. It might have been because I have the exact paint code that was used for Henry. You can see it better here. I have according to Jeremy King, who was one of the crew members who refurbished all 22 characters for the filming of Series 3. He gave me the exact paint code that he was instructed to use to repaint Henry. And I think they might have applied some sort of transparent yellow lacquer over the paint, because comparing the color to what I've sprayed on a little jam jar cap and what Henry looks like, it's very different. But I think it's all to do with lighting. And what else was there? There was oh yeah, that's see, look, this is a picture from, this is another magazine poster from Tender Engines.
Why is the logo reversed?
You can see, yeah. We're not sure what's up with this one, because one person I've talked to has a magazine with the picture this way round, but another person has it.
The pictures comes from magazines and books.
Yeah, but someone else who I got this from, he has this version which had the picture reversed, so we don't know. Don't know what the deal with that is. We got another one. This is Henry's laughing face that's been incorrectly painted with full white teeth.
Right.
I think they fixed that in season 6.
That's my edit that I did to it. There's the original.
I realized, I noticed that they fixed that in season 6. Like in the episode Jack Frost, where all the engines were laughing at Tim Machete in the end.
Yeah,
Their Henry's laughing face, and they only painted the teeth at the upper half, like in season 2.
Almost, yeah. They sort of made the white area less. They didn't actually put the black in like this, like I've done with this edit. Because it wasn't seen properly painted, and again, or actually ever, it was only ever seen properly painted in cows in series 2.
What about season 6 onwards, like and Henry in the wishing tree, or Henry in the flagpole?
I don't know if it was used in those ones. But here we go. This is another example of where you can see the color change. If you look at,
I can see. Oh, it's not just the back half that has been repainted. His wheels are as well.
Yeah, his wheels. I don't think the cylinder block has, but you can see his firebox. You can actually tell where the removable piece is because the removable piece has been painted separately. You can see that it's the much more bluish green than the rest of it. This part was able to be taken out, and in some parts of Henry's Forest, you can actually see that it's fallen. It's like fallen sideways, and that they did eventually, but permanently fix it into place. Well, yeah. Here's another. I'm not sure where this is from. What episode this one's from?
Dragon.
Oh, it might. Yeah, it might be. Looks to be in Henry's Forest again. You can see here, you can kind of tell that the firebox is a bit wonky with how it's sort of tilted towards the camera a bit.
Yeah.
We got pictures. That's a really nice high one. There's a poster of all of some really old photos, and this is one of them. I think that's where this is from. I think I got this from the wiki, but I think the person who scanned it from that poster, or there's a poster.
Henry's Forest.
Well,
Henry's creepy smile.
Yeah. So yeah, it looks weird to me. Then when I realized that they'd actually incorrectly painted his mouth from his laughing face, it made sense. And here's another picture, and this is the face that Thomas Murch now have, the laughing Gordon face. This one stayed the same. This is how it was painted in series 2, and they left it the same for series 3.
Ah, it makes sense.
6. Oh wait, that's a different one.
I remember that Gordon smile face was used in the episode Cows.
This is no.
Oh yes, and Break Fan.
This is from No Joke for James. This image.
They did the same. They did the same thing with Percy in season 8. One of his laughing faces had the mouth filled in season 8.
Oh yeah.
God, look at this image. This looks real. Look how cool this is.
Right.
Nighttime scene.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Speaking of Henry, were you kind of annoyed? Were you two kind of annoyed that he wasn't in his old shape in The Adventure Begins?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah,
because I mean,
I don't know why can't they be bothered to give Henry his old shape?
Because the thing is, modeling costs time, and they probably didn't want to pay for the labor of having someone to remodel Henry's firebox.
Yeah, either that or Mattel being a cheapskate.
Well, exactly. That's what that is. They don't want to pay. They don't want to pay their modelers. So they didn't want to waste the money on the thing.
I was more confused than I was annoyed about the change of Henry's shape in Adventure Begins. Well, I
wasn't as annoyed or confused at all.
There's Henry peeking over some trucks.
Also, when I looked at his sad face in like season 6 and 7. I suppose it's something different.
Santera, would it be okay for me to spreading a link to the video of my live stream again, in case you're still showing more pictures of Henry for references, but not all of them.
Sorry, what do you mean?
No. What I'm saying is I just had a thought. I'd be posting a link to the video of my live stream again, in case you'd be still showing pictures of Henry, except not all of them, in case there's some there may be some that you might not be able to show due to
no, none. I made sure to never pass ones I wasn't meant to show you.
Yep, just I was thinking.
I only showed you all of the ones that can be found in magazines or merchandise. This one that's on the screen right now is one that I was given permission to post about. This is a friend of mine who's got quite a few scans of these. He's only got a few characters, but these were postcard size scans, and he had quite a few characters, and they were quite high resolution, and he allowed me to use it as a reference as well.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But there's a few pictures of Henry. Unfortunately, some of the pictures that David Payne requested to never be publicized got out because I don't want to swear, some dickbag.
Oh, okay.
They posted them out on Twitter, and unfortunately those ones got out. But I'm not going to show them because I respect David's wishes, but those ones are out, unfortunately. But yeah, the ones I've been instructed to not show, I won't. Besides, I won't show any.
Yeah.
But this 3 is done, which
yeah, I do see what you mean. We have to be very careful on this. So I was thinking of to tweet something like, in case you have missed what's going on, Santera showcased pictures of Henry from books and magazines for his Gauge 1 Henry project. Is it good?
Yeah, that sounds fine. I mean, that is true. The only thing that, well, actually, honestly, the guy I got the pictures from didn't even say he didn't want those spread about. I'm not going to, because obviously he was kind enough to give me them. So, I mean, not a lot of people are going to be able to get much quality from a live stream anyway. So, but people can have a look at them.
Yep. Yeah, I just thought that I'd be careful on what I'm saying as well.
Yeah,
we don't want to have fanboys who go on saying this. Oh, I never seen this one picture before, or something like that.
Yeah, nice. That's fine. All of those were allowed to be shown because they are, like I said, they're just from various magazines and books and such.
Like ones you've just shown, yeah.
Yeah, they're all, none of them like behind the scenes or anything. None of them like that. They're just books and merch scans, really. Okay. And in fact, I've got some new stuff to scan because I got this from this guy on eBay who's selling loads of classic Thomas stuff. He recently listed this thing called a Fun Freeze book, which I've never actually heard of personally. But it's from Ladybird, and they did loads of Thomas stuff, as we all know. But there are some really good posters that are they're pretty big as well, and they're all these nice classic photos that were taken during the production of Series 1 and 2.
Ah, right.
And I'm going to be scanning those, and I'll post them to my Twitter at some point.
Yes, as long as as long as you were given a go ahead, then that's okay. But if not, for confidential reasons, then that'd be another thing. I could understand as well.
No, it's fine. Be assured that I didn't show anything that I wasn't allowed to show or I could have showed. Everything is perfectly fine to be posted about.
Yeah. I do remember having talked with one of the Star Tugs team members a few weeks ago about leaked Series 1 model pictures. And he did tell me that once that had been leaked, it's leaked, and there was nothing else you can do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're the pictures that David Payne, who built all of the engines 1 to 6, he requested that they would never be given out. I mean, I contacted him because I had the Gauge 1 Henry project, and he has a set of photos that he will give out to people if they ask. Basically,
the ones who he trusted.
Yeah, but you have to like give some substantial proof that you're actually doing something with modeling. Like I showed him pictures of Henry's chassis and such. He's not just going to give them out to every Tom, Dick, and Harry who asks about them.
Oh, right. Yes, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing, exactly. Like they are. Luckily, quite a lot of people who posted them on Twitter or retweeted it. The original person who leaked it all, who has thankfully been shut down now. His account's gone.
Yeah. That these shouldn't have been leaked in the first place. I've managed to save the plentiful of behind-the-scenes pictures just for a personal collection, as in safekeeping, if you will.
Safekeeping.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I never had any intention of ever posting the stuff David said because
I wouldn't either.
No. Stuff that's either in merch or in magazines, books, or even stuff like on the backs of DVD cases, which might be a behind the scenes thing. Like for example, on the Australian CD case of Best Kept Station competition, there's a picture. Damn it, I forgot what it's from. There's a picture from one of the Series 2 episodes.
Saved from scrap.
Saved from scrap.
Is it?
Yes.
Crap.
Yeah, there's a picture of like all of the engines all lined up at the sheds.
Oh, I thought you meant the front cover.
That's the behind the scenes. Sorry. Not behind the scenes, but that's an alternate angle, basically. So it's
an alternate angle of Thomas from Saved from Scrap. I get what you're saying. Okay. By the way, what would be a relevant hashtag for your Gauge 1 project?
I don't have any. I don't do that.
Oh, no, you don't. Okay, that's fine. I'll just take that out.
Oh, it's from Whistles and Sneezes. That's where it's from.
Whistles and Sneezes.
Yeah, there's a picture of. There's a picture. Oh, I remember. Yes, it's the scene where Henry returns, and then Gordon says, "We're happy to have you back, Henry," and stuff like that. You can find it on the wiki.
From season 1.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's a ton of images added by someone just called T Engine on the wiki. I don't know if he actually has this. By the looks of it, he does, because this appears to be someone who's quite simply scanned the. They've literally not even taken the booklet out of the case. They've just scanned the case, so you can see the case in the picture. But what I really want to do is try and find this CD in the same condition I found Surprise Adventures, which was mint. It was the one I found was mint condition. I was so happy, and I want to scan it in properly so that we can get a better look at that picture, because you'd be surprised about how much detail such small pictures can capture. It all depends on how well they were printed.
Right. In that case, I've just tweeted out for viewers in case that they may have missed of what you've shown earlier on. Mostly pictures from magazines and books of Henry for references. So, is it good?
Yeah, that's fine. I just had a look at it. Yeah, that's fine.
Ah, right. So that's settled then. Yeah. Hopefully that people may look into your YouTube channel one day and find out your videos about making an actual replica of Gauge 1 Henry.
Yeah, I've just passed 1,000 subscribers myself, actually. Just gone past 1,000. Actually, I've just gone past 1,100. I think I'm close to 1,200 now. I think actually.
Oh, that's good. Congrats.
Oh, someone's posted in the thing. The photos were shown now are from Xanthera. Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, I'm just reading what people commented in the thing because I've been looking at the comments every now and again.
Ah, phew.
Wait, wasn't that front pic of Henry from What's the Matter with Henry used for Tales from the Tracks DVD cover from the US? Yeah, I think so. The photos were shown and now from.
Well, in fact, there is one in the prototype cover of Percy Saves the Day of Henry, Thomas, and Percy at Titmouse Sheds.
The photos were from my reference. Oh, I forgot I spelled reference wrong. People were asking where all the photos were from because they didn't know what was coming up.
Oh, okay. Right.
Someone's asking if it would be possible to make a Gauge 1 replica of Puffer from Tugs. I think Puffer's the one which is a very mildly modified Marklin engine. I think he's only got like a US style funnel and a cow catcher. I'm pretty sure that's two of the only differences they made to a Marklin engine. The Puffer. I'm not sure what the other one was. I only watched all of Tugs last year. In fact, I honestly didn't. I knew about it, but I never really looked into it too much. But I watched all 13 episodes, and I got to say it's pretty good.
Anyone would like to try it, making their own replica model of Puffer one day. Yeah. I'm sure it'd be worth a try for anyone.
Yeah, well, people can, I guess, but the thing is, the loco that makes him is always somewhere between 100 and 200 euros. It's very expensive.
Yeah, but different currencies in money.
Well, yeah, but
dollars, euros.
100, 200 euros would be about.
Oh, looks like we got an interesting question for you from Christopher O'Shea, who said, what was the hardest part of making the Henry model so far?
Well, the thing is, I've done quite a lot of model work in the past, just for my own projects, and so cutting the chassis up, cutting the ends off the chassis wasn't too bad. I'm honestly going to say stripping the paint, which sounds like one of the easiest tasks. That was definitely one of the hardest because that paint, I don't know what kind of paint it was, but that stuff was on there really good on the chassis. It took a lot of cleaning to get that off properly because what they did originally was they just painted straight over the red of the chassis, but I didn't want to do that because I wanted a clean base to paint on top of. So I went out, I had some isopropyl alcohol from just from other projects in the past, which is 99% alcohol. It's for stripping paint or for various uses to clean stuff, and that didn't do it. I mean, that's really strong alcohol, and that didn't do it. But then I just went to the shops and got some cheap nail polish remover for £1, and that got it off real easy. And by far the most annoying part to clean was the wheels, because I had to literally floss the spokes of all the wheels with strands of cotton from one of those giant cotton roll things. Other than that, actually, the clearing off the detail from the cylinder blocks was quite difficult as well, because it was a real shame. The Marklin engine had such lovely detail on the cylinder blocks, and for Henry and Gordon, they just erased it all, and they just had the basic shapes. You can see the circles on the front and back, and they did leave all the little rivet details on that. Which, oh wait, no, they didn't.
Oh,
I had to erase all that. I had to erase so much from that, and that was pretty difficult to do. But I mean, I wanted accuracy, so.
Yeah, and talking of models, I think we got another interesting question from Yeniel Rivier, who said, how difficult it is to make a Gauge 1 Thomas engine. It depends. It depends on how hard on some elements on how to make a Gauge 1 model.
Thomas is the hardest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thomas was one of the most difficult engines to make due to his size and the fact that the engine he was made from, or sorry, the Marklin loco he was made from, the wheelbase had to be extended to make Thomas's wheelbase, because originally I thought for some reason I thought James and Thomas had the same wheelbase for ages, but I was very mistaken, and it turns out that they did. They literally
Thomas was difficult to make.
They literally had to cut up the chassis block for the Marklin loco and insert sections to extend it, and then they had to cut up the connecting rods for the wheels and also extend those with by sort of what is it, brazing, which is like a mini form of welding or soldering. They had to braze extensions into it.
Right. And here's another question from Shunting Yard Studios. What Gauge 1 running stock did you do, and how hard was weathering them right?
Oh, hang on. I want to answer this question first. People sometimes complain, why aren't the photos of the engines can be released? Can you explain?
Oh, okay.
It's not that they can't be released. The guy I got them from, he just requested that some of them I can't show the public because he was given them by he actually has a few crew member friends who worked on Thomas, and they were kind enough to give him photos, and some of them they're literally just references of Henry, and I mean some of them are quite basic. One is just from the side that's Henry, but he's told me not to release it, so I can't. All of the ones that I showed earlier, they are all in magazines and books, and they're literally just scans of those, so they can be found. You just have to try and find the issues that they were from, because I mean I don't know myself. He just happens to own pretty much the entire collection of the Thomas comics that were released in the UK. I'm pretty sure they were released probably weren't released elsewhere.
Oh, wow.
He has all of them, so he was just very helpful, and he happened to have scanned them all in.
Certainly, for some reason, this brings me back to Steaming the Legacy Chapter 4 in terms of the behind-the-scenes footage from Tugs.
Ah.
I've been getting tons and tons of requests from countless of people wanting to see the entirety of that video, which I turned down because of that. I've been told not to upload it.
Is that behind-the-scenes video of Tugs?
Yes, behind-the-scenes video of Tugs, yeah.
Where's that from?
Well, it was shown in Chapter 4 of Steaming to Legacy, on the look back of Tugs.
I mean, originally. Where was it? What was it on? Where did the source come from?
I can't recall where that was shown in. Might be on Channel 4 or ITV, I don't know.
Oh, well, why would that be such a problem to show then?
Oh, because of that might be running to the price, or at least in cases that. Well, it's hard to explain, but
quite honestly, if that was broadcast on ITV or Channel 4 all those years ago, they probably wouldn't have any kind of immediate copyright thing that would come up. But obviously, it is up to whoever has it if they want to upload it. But there are some more questions. Oh yeah, sorry, going back to Shunting Yard Studios question, what Gauge 1 rolling stock did you do, and how hard was it to weather them right? I actually haven't done any weathering or painting on my rolling stock yet. The rolling stock I have now, I do have all of the Flying Kipper from Series 1. The Flying Kipper got huge in the latest series, and the Flying Kipper is my favorite episode. It always has been. And I have the two GWR vans, one of which I've already shown in the video in the past. The other one I have now is grey, which I still need to repaint. The other one I have is an LMS van, which is the third van that was included in the Flying Kit. But the first two were both the same kit. Then there's the CCT, which is one that was converted to have 2 sets of 4-wheel bogies instead of the original 2-wheel bogies. So I've got to convert that one. And I have a broken up brake van, which is in really rough condition. It's the same brake van they used. It's from the same company, but yeah, it needs a lot of work. What we're going to do is one of my friends was able to require some casts of the sides and ends from a friend of his, and he actually has one himself. He has a complete one himself, but he doesn't want to risk taking it apart and casting anything since he already has casts of those pieces. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get copies of those casts and replace the sides and ends with those, so I'll eventually have a fully built brake van as well.
Ooh.
Question: are the Drayton Manor Thomas models from the series which season? Yes, the ones in Drayton Manor are all real, but none of them are original. The original models built in 1983 properly. Everything was, I think, made in 1983. Obviously, it was broadcast in 1984. But obviously, you got to think they've got to make time to make these. The Edward and Thomas are both brass ones. I think there were about 5 total brass Thomases, and then the rest had 2 of each.
What about Toby?
The Toby that was stolen from Drayton Manor was not the original. It was a resin.
Made in brass.
No, it was a resin cast.
Resin cast. I was close.
Wait, so the Toby from series 12 was made of resin?
Yeah, it was a resin cast of the original. I'm fairly certain Toby was never remade in brass. I'm not entirely sure. Thomas Murch on Twitter will probably know this more than I. As far as I know, engines. Well, actually, Thomas and Percy both had about 5 brass models made in the entirety of the entirety of the model era post the Magic Railroad. They both had brass models built for the Magic Railroad. Lady was also made of brass.
Oh yeah.
But Edward, Henry, Gordon, and James, they all had 2 brass models. One of which of each is in Hara in Japan, and the other ones are in storage. The one that was, one of the brass Jameses was sold a few years ago on Prop Gallery or Prop Store.
Yeah.
And as was the original Peter Sam model, unfortunately. It's rumored that apparently it was bought back by the studio, the original Peter Sam model, but no one knows really. But at Drayton, I'm pretty sure Terence is the original 1984 model. I don't know if there was ever another one made, because unfortunately Terence's plow has got a big chip out of it, which indicates that it is the original one made of styrene and perspex. There's Bulgy there. I'm pretty sure he's the original series 3. Is it 3? He's the original model. Butch is there.
Made using a mix of perspex and brass. Yeah, it was the first engine entirely made in brass.
Oliver was, I think.
Yeah.
And Mavis was brass and perspex.
Yep, and Bulgy.
Bulgy is the original Drayton. Trevor is the original. Butch is. Stepney is, unfortunately. Stepney that's at Drayton is the one and only. And the Donald and Douglas and Bill and Ben that are at Hara are the only ones as well. Right. They never remade those in brass because they didn't actually appear that often. Who owns this? All of the original models built in the 80s are still in storage, obviously apart from the ones I've just said.
Right.
The original Thomas, Edward, Henry, Gordon, James, Percy, Toby. No, I don't know where Duck is now. Actually, Duck's not a Hara, is he? I don't think so.
No, he isn't.
Well, no one knows. It could be Hara, but
it must. The original engines 1 to 8 are in storage. As is, Oliver is at Hara as well. Yeah, right. So yeah, engines 1 to 8. The original ones built in the 80s and the 80s. Sorry, the original ones built 1 to 8. They are still in storage with all the other props.
Right. Oh, that's it. Getting back onto one of the scripts for later chapters. That in case I may have to make a little correction here. Now you've told us about Toby's Series 12 model. This part of the script reads, during the production, Toby was given 2 brass models to replace his Perspex model after many years of not retrieving any new models, unlike the rest of the Steam team, using this type of model.
I knew it.
Unless I'd be mistaken.
I'm going to have a quick look at Thomas Murch's blog post. They
Right.
did say about how which models were made out of brass. I'm fairly certain it is only 1 to 6 who had brass models.
Right. It wasn't until Series 12 when Toby was given a new model or something like that.
Oh, they do say that there is a brass Toby at. Oh, maybe it was. They say there was a display at Drayton Manor of Tidmouth Sheds, and all of the brass engines, and Toby is there too. And the caption says the brass models on display at Drayton Manor in 2008.
So that meant I could be right on that one.
You might be. Yeah, I was sure that the only ones. Oh, there's actually something quite funny about the original 1984 model of James and the brass James, or one of the brass James.
Look, it says on the blog. It says that. Sorry, carry on.
When they made the green controller, they painted the original 1984 James in the bumblebee stripes, but they must have done it by accident. They accidentally painted one of the brand new brass tenders with this bumblebee stripe, and they gave the original plastic tender to a brass James. So the front half was brass, and the back half was the original plastic. I have been thankfully able to confirm that neither the brass engine that was sold on Prop Store or the brass one at Hara, none of those have the original 1984 tender. So they did return the 1984 tender with the 1984 body. So the original 1984 one is now whole again. It's probably likely that the front half of James is still painted in the bumblebee stripe, but the tender is most likely now red, since they never painted the tender in this bumblebee pattern.
Right.
I thought the brass Edward Henry Gordon and James. I thought they built the engines, the front half of them. Before they only built the front halves of them in brass.
No, the tenders were brass too.
No, there are tenders made in brass as well.
Yeah, the whole thing was made in brass. The bodies, they had custom CNC machined wheels. They weren't even the original Markland wheels anymore. The coupling rods were casts of the original ones, because you can tell as time goes on in the series, particularly when you see the brass models come in, you'll notice that the fine detail on the connecting rods and the valve gear is completely gone.
With, colored dots on they're like a boat. Like Thomas has a blue bolts on his coupling rods.
Yeah, that was another thing. I don't know why they did that. They started painting the ends of the ends of the rods that go into the wheels. They started painting those the ends of those the same color as the engine. That is another thing that is a much later thing to happen.
I think I first started this in season 4.
What, painting the caps of the wheels the same color as the engine?
Well, yes. I mean, there was a scene in Grandpuff, and you can see that the ends on Thomas's side rods are blue.
I'm having a look right now. I have the entirety of the series ripped on my computer, so I can access them at any time.
It's more noticeable in season 5.
Oh yeah, you are correct. Series 5. What episode do you reckon in series 5 you see?
James and the Trouble of Trees.
I recently re-ripped my DVDs because I found out that the first issue of DVDs in 2004 are the best quality copies, because unfortunately, what happens with these manufacturers of DVDs, they got lazy over time. So the quality of the DVDs from 2004 are far higher than the quality of the, like, for example, the complete series DVDs that were released in 2012. The 2004 DVDs are they retain much more of the grain and the picture quality than the later DVDs do.
I still have the 2004 DVD box set, as well as the 2012 re-releases of the first 7 series.
Yeah, I've got I actually got a really good deal. I think I've got the one that says 60 years series 1 to 5 collector's set of the 2004 DVDs, the originals.
Right.
And I think I only paid like £3.50 for the whole set. It was just on eBay, and it was an auction that no one else bid on. And I've got another DVD. Actually, I've got quite a few. I keep forgetting. I have a lot of promo DVDs. I've got almost a full set from the newspaper and one from a magazine. And they have later series episodes, like series 8 to 11, but they are really high quality because there's only 2 episodes per disc. They are much higher quality than what you'll get on the DVDs that feature them. Oh yeah, you're absolutely right. I'm looking at Thomas in Gremlins, and there is absolutely blue on the pins on his wheels. However, they don't appear to be on Gordon, so it must have been something they did on Thomas first, and then it just became something they did further on.
I remember getting this particular DVD back in 2007. This is the Sunday Mirror one. It's pretty much the Sunday Mirror version of the Woolworths exclusive DVD of 2 Jack in the Pack episodes.
Oh yeah, I got that one too. Yeah.
Yep.
What I didn't actually realize. I knew that I had a DVD, a promo DVD from the newspaper that was at my nan's house, and I actually rebought that on eBay, and then my mum managed to find it when she went to my nan's and was clearing stuff out because she had to move. And yeah, that was one of the ones that she found, and she found my original copy, which actually happened to be in better condition than the one I got on eBay. And that one's good as well, because that is the highest quality source for those three music videos as well.
Yep.
5 New Engines, Troublesome Trucks, and what's the other?
5 New Engines in the Shed, and the Red Balloon.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we can't really see. It's quite blurry. Read them out. If you just read them out, that'd be better. We can't. They're really blurry. We can't read it.
Yeah, screw it. So yes, that's a 2007 Sunday Mirror DVD for you guys.
I've got Daily. I think it's called Daily Record.
Yeah, the Daily Record. I got a Christmas one showcasing 4 Christmas episodes from series 1 to 3 in the 2003 version.
Have you got that one?
Yep, I still have that one from eBay.
Oh, I'm missing that one. I've got. I think there are 7 in total. I have. Oh no, wait. I think there are 8 in total. I have 6. I've got the one that's big from Henry Edwards.
Children's Christmas favorites. 4 Christmas episodes.
Can you show me what it looks like? Yeah, that's the one.
Oh.
Yep, this is what I was telling you about.
That's the one I'm missing. See, now the issue is, I thought that would have high quality, because that has the restored footage episodes on it for the early ones. However, they have encoded them wrong, so that they took a 4:3 picture and they squashed it. They squashed it even more than it should have been, so that when it expands out, it has black bars on the sides. It's like been encoded with black bars on the sides. So as a result, I thought they would be the highest quality sources for those episodes, but it turns out they're not. So currently the highest quality source for the last 2 episodes of series 1 and 2 are the complete series DVDs. There's a set of DVDs called Treat Size, which have 24 episodes of series 1 and 2, and they are the highest quality source for the restored footage of series 1 and 2. And
I have 2 treat-sized DVDs.
I haven't.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I've been doing a lot of research, and I've managed to find basically the highest quality source for everything that all the old stuff basically. So music and the footage. But the thing is, the 2004 DVDs are also the highest quality source for Series 4. But the first 5 episodes are seemingly from an analog source because they have this sort of rolling.
Oh, of course.
This rolling over aspect to their picture quality, but from episode 6 onwards, they are much higher quality than what you'll get with the complete series. But unfortunately, those first 5 would have to be taken from the complete series in order to complete the whole set in order to not have this analog quality, because it creates sort of this rolling effect over everything that's red. And obviously, all the engines have red running boards on the side, so you get this weird picture effect. So basically, there is a way to get the highest quality of everything.
Of course. It looks like you know your stuff about picture quality on different DVDs.
Yeah, I've done a lot of research into this, and
yeah,
I'm learning about like video editing and such. I mean, years ago, I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference between the DVD and the Blu-ray, but goodness, I mean, I didn't realize how much better quality Blu-rays were, because I mean, I got Cars on Blu-ray, and I compared it to my DVD. I compared the same frame.
Yeah, I still have 2 copies of Cars, both on DVD and Blu-ray, which is on the box set of the 2 other Cars movies, Cars 2 and Cars 3, on Blu-ray.
Yeah, and God, you know, I so wish that they would have released the restored footage on Blu-ray, because the way it would have worked with how so the series 1 to 7 were all filmed on 35mm film.
Yep.
In theory, you can get 6K of resolution from 35mm film.
Imagine that they did that for Thunderbirds in Blu-rays. The UK in widescreen, and Japan, albeit in full screen aspect ratio.
Now the thing is,
I remember
they wouldn't be able to do that. There's absolutely no way they'd be able to make it widescreen, because it was filmed and designed for 4:3, and off to the sides. If they were to try and they wouldn't squash the picture. They wouldn't like cut off the tops and bottoms, because they'd be cutting off tons of the picture.
Yeah, imagine that happened to the UK Thunderbirds Blu-ray.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah, I saw that. But they wouldn't also. They also, by the same token, wouldn't be able to expand probably not too much to the sides, because there's more than likely a chance that, as we've seen with some of the erroneously restored footage where they show the edges of sets and such. I mean, even in the first episode, Thomas and Gordon, you see the edge of the set when Gordon and Thomas are going over the viaduct. But in the original,
over the viaduct,
in the original 2004 DVDs, which have the old footage that was put onto VHS as well, you can see that the picture is much more zoomed in to hide this. And unfortunately, there was a lot of things that the things that were corrected when it was released for VHS were not recorrected when they rescanned the negatives, or they probably had negatives. I would have thought they would have kept all the film, and they would have put it onto DVDs. I mean, there's even a scene in Nicole, I think it is, where Henry goes to back into a siding, and they've used an alternate take where Henry, the operator of Henry, accidentally crashes him into the building behind him, and then he suddenly shoots forwards so they could reshoot the scene. But all the sound effects are still as they were with the original release. So what was supposed to happen was Henry was supposed to gently back onto the siding. Edward was supposed to go away and go in front of the coaches.
Oh, yes.
Henry slams into the back of the shoots forwards, and then the scene continues afterwards normally.
How do they even mess that up?
There's also a scene in Series 3. James is pushing some wagons at the docks, and they obviously couldn't get him to push 3 in a row properly, because in the restored footage, they included him pushing 3, and the first coach, the first van derailed, and and he's just pushing this van bumping along the track, and they used that because I think the only reason they would have used it is because it's possible the original take print was damaged. That's the only thing I could think of why they would use these alternate takes, because there might have been stains or that piece of film might have disintegrated. So that's the only reason they would have used the different takes.
And that had been a whole show with Santara, his knowledge on Thomas episodes and how they filmed and whatnot. Now, for those of you that are watching the live stream, do you have any more questions? Because since it's been getting late, it's already 20 to 11 here in the UK. I think in a couple of more minutes, we'll be ending the live stream with a farewell and goodbye.
Oh, there are a few more questions.
Well, there was one 3 minutes ago from Muddler. So, what were these episodes filmed in? Could they release it in widescreen with the edges offset present?
Wait, where was that one?
In the live chat.
Someone said, any idea what happened to Scotsman? I'm sorry, are you what comments are you looking at? I'm looking at the ones on YouTube. Is that the one you're looking at?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Someone said, any idea what happened to Scotsman's tenders from Tender Engines? I'm fairly certain they were turned into scrap decoration. How can people get hold of the restored Thomas episodes on DVD? They are the complete series DVDs. I'm not sure what the US equivalent is, honestly.
Yeah, there's one called The Early Years, showcasing the entirety of Series 1 with narration and restored footage.
Okay, cool. And then, but the highest quality is the UK DVDs that are called treat size, but you would need a multi-region DVD player to play them if you were in different countries.
Yeah.
By the way, anyone noticed that David Diesel's like the only special to have its Blu-ray in the UK?
Yeah, nothing else did. That was really weird.
Yeah.
Even from what I've heard somewhere in Sword Island fan site, that Misty Island Rescue was also set to be released on Blu-ray, but for unknown reason that was cancelled.
Yeah, that was because of that was when one of the animation companies went bust, I think.
All right.
They couldn't afford to put it out on Blu-ray. Oh, someone asked what happened to the original Diesel model. I'm pretty sure the original Diesel is at museum. Oh no, wait! Someone said I saw the season 8 to 12 Thomas and Diesel at a museum once. I don't know if Diesel ever had another model made. Why is Tug's Trust looking for Top Hat and Grandpa models when they could just remake them from scratch? Because, well, why wouldn't they want to find the originals? I've talked to Sean, who is one of the members. I think there were 10 of them who bought the Tugs models. He said that the person he got them from, the person their group got them from, didn't have Top Hat or Grampus or something? Is it Grampus or Grandpa? I can't remember.
Grampus, that's what he's called.
Grampus.
That's it. Yeah, he said they didn't have him. They have all of Top Hat's faces, which is a real shame since the entire thing is missing. There was apparently a rumor that Top Hat's model was at a nautical museum in New York, but that's been debunked.
That turned out to be fake.
Yeah, that turned out to be fake. But yeah, that obviously they could remake them, but the thing is, no blueprints exist of these. They would have to go on references alone from the episodes. So, well, as far as I know, no references exist. Sort of in the same sense of how we have these ruler pictures of the Thomas engines. I don't know if any ruler pictures were ever taken of the Tugs engines. I highly doubt it, honestly, because Tugs. It's a shame how short-lived Tugs was, and then it was reused on that awful program Salty's Lighthouse. And they changed it up.
Yes, I'm afraid it was. Mr. Island Rescue never released on Blu-ray in the UK, but it did released in Australia on Blu-ray and the US. It was released in the US and Australia on Blu-ray, but not in the UK. I mean, Mr. Only Rescue on
Any
Blu-ray.
advice on instrumentals from
Okay.
Studios? The thing with instrumentals, what you have to do is you have to layer multiple dubs of the episodes on top of each other, because how it works with audio is if the background audio is they have a blank track, obviously, for the dubs. Audio has, in order for audio to be layered on top of each other and increase the volume of the backing track but decrease the volume of the vocal track, they have to line up literally bit for bit perfect. And if they don't, you'll get this weird wavy sound. So you have to find audio tracks that line up perfectly with it. And what you're basically doing is, since none of the vocal tracks line up with each other, obviously because they're in different languages, but the backing tracks do, they are identical tracks. What will happen is those will go up in volume, and since there's no like I said, the vocals aren't the same, they will go down. So it's basically like having 4 different dubs, reducing the volume on each of them by 1/4, and then mixing them all together, and then you'll end up with the backing track at the original volume and all of the vocal tracks at a lower volume. So basically, the more dubs you can get, the more you can turn down the vocals and create an instrumental. Because honestly, these instrumentals that some people make, you can hear all this blah, 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 this horrible noise where they've tried to remove the vocals manually, and it's just awful. And they call them high quality, and it's just, I don't see how when they have all these awful sound effects. I mean, as someone who works on audio for a hobby, and I've done it a lot. I've done it for the last 5 years working on audio, and I've only just got into video. You got to do it right, honestly, because you can't just use this method of trying to erase vocals, because you're basically erasing. There's no way to separate something that's had a final mix. Well, there is a way. There is a way, but you have to have the original master tracks, which obviously we don't.
From what I can gather about the mystery of the missing coach, there were still some production stills of that said episode. It was halfway through production when Brett Allcroft decided to cancel it due to the lack of action and a slightly complicated and confusing storyline. That's one of those reasons.
Yeah, I think they used the stills from those in books.
Yep.
And
annual books.
And I think, and there's a bit of trivia on that. It says that would have been the first time that the engines had swapped tenders, but then because since that didn't happen, the first time that happened was in It's Good to Be Gordon in series 11 or 10. 10 or
That's series 10 actually.
Yeah, 10. Sorry.
No, it's alright.
I get my my seasons mixed up. That's actually one of the episodes that's on the Thomas Magazine DVD. And as if to put it into perspective as to how good the quality that is, the size of that one video file is 410 megabytes, and the size of the one from the complete series is 263. So it's almost half the quality from the complete series. So if they had what they really should have done with all the widescreen episodes is put them on 2 discs, then we would have got them all in decent quality. But they were lazy and they compressed the crap out of them and tried to fit them on 1 disc.
Suddenly, this turns out to be another installment for SmurfyDan's interviews, but I digress. Still, some interesting research and resources that you have there, Santara.
Yeah, sorry, I can talk about this all day.
Yeah,
I'd most likely like to be interviewed sometime.
So can we? Yeah, since it's Thomas and Friends. So why the heck not? Also, I'm afraid we have come to an end of a very special live stream evening.
No!
Oh, I'm afraid so, but there will be some other time. And to end things off with something very special here. Thomas.
Yay!
Giant purple model that I showed earlier.
Yay.
No.
Yay.
Now, you guys, do you have any final words to the audience before we bid our farewells?
I've got one.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, don't forget, vote for the elect. Oh, that's right. Don't forget, vote for the electabuzz.
Okay, that was good. Jonathan?
Okay.
Thanks for everyone's questions. That's all I got to say. I was happy to answer them.
Oh yeah, so that's a good message you're giving us. It's been this guy here had pretty much steal the show for the evening, but I shall thank him for that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for all of this.
Anyways, my turn to speak yet?
Yep, it's your turn now.
Okay. Remember, just do what makes you happy in terms of content.
Yep.
If you like to do something, just go for it.
Be it a video or audio or a picture or shipping or even
voice acting, reading, writing, anything you want.
Models. Or even try and make replicate Gauge 1 models.
God, that is cool. I've not seen that from the side. That is pretty good, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, so this cost about £9 that I bought that.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
That said, just start off small and build your way up.
Well, some wise words, my man.
And don't rush stuff. I mean, with my videos, I didn't rush a lot of things. I did them in my own time.
Again, another choice of wise words.
Exactly.
Start small, never rush. You will get there in the end.
Take it step by step.
That said, this is SmurfyDan signing off, and a big thank you to everyone for all your questions, for interactions, and of course, for finding a lot of fun for the live stream. And until next time, in the words of a good friend, Pug Lord EX. Now, let me rephrase that. In the words of Pug Lord EX, this time we give a cheerful toot toot. Farewell and goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. See you later, dudes.
Bye.